Welcome, everybody, to Lander Valley. Bill Bush Stadium here outside of Lander Valley High School, where the soccer teams are set to start their season, starting with the boys varsity team that we have on camera right now. My name is Shawn O'Brate. I am your WYO Today sports director, and we are part of the Wind River Radio Network's consistent storytelling of the Lander Valley Tigers athletics, whether it's football, basketball, soccer. It's going to be on wyotoday.com and WYO Today YouTube page, and that is where you are hopefully finding this and listening to this. This is our first game of the season. This was actually supposed to take place this past weekend in Jackson, but due to some snowfall there, not getting off the turf, they had to reschedule it and put it here at Lander Valley High School on Bill Bush Stadium, which looks amazing on camera here. It looks like they really got a lot of that turf done up real well. But if you actually look on the camera, there's plenty of snow that they pushed up to the bleachers, and they look empty now. School's still in session here, and by the time this game is over and the girls' game begins, we should have a few more bodies in the bleachers. Again, I am Shawn O'Brate. We're going to take our first commercial break here, do a couple sound check tests, and we will get back to the action. We're about 3 minutes away from national anthem and starting lineups. We'll take it, and we will be right back.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Welcome back here to our Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show here at Bill Bush Stadium, where the Lander Valley football team and soccer teams call home. We are just seconds away from getting the starting lineups for Jackson and Lander. And the boys coming off a strong season last year. They lost to Torrington in the first round of the 3A boys state tournament. And they lost to Torrington 2-0, but they bounced back and beat their rivals Riverton 3-2, knocking the Wolverine boys out and putting Lander in that final day of play where they would win the consolation trophy game against Buffalo 1-0. That would be Coach Dean Schaff's last game as the Lander Valley boys head coach, and that would start a manhunt for the new coach that would end up being Brett Prinz, a longtime assistant coach. He's worked at Lander Valley High School for quite some time. He's been on the sideline. He knows all the boys. Brett Prinz going to be his first showing as Lander Valley head coach. We also have a new head coach for the girls as well, with Scott Getz jumping from the JV team coaching to the varsity team coaching a year after his daughter Emma was All-State and Player of the Year back in 3A last year. And if you didn't know, this would be the first game of Lander's season and the first season in a long time where Lander does not play Riverton. We were having conversations about that earlier. Riverton and Lander just couldn't get their schedules on track. One is in 4A now, and the other is still in 3A, with Lander staying here in the 3A class. We're getting quite a few jerseys getting put on here, get zoomed in as the boys of Lander getting ready to set up here. And I do have the starting lineups brought to you by Sutherland's home improvement store. And remember, for all of your home improvement needs, whether it be just the hammer you need, the nails, the wood, anything else, Sutherland's Home Improvement Store is Fremont County's favorite place to shop. So we're going to get the teams lined up here at half court. One of the best parts about soccer is just how official everything looks here. It's one of the things that it doesn't change. You know, football, basketball, things change, music changes. There's a whole bunch of pregame rituals. With soccer, you just line up out there and you get a little wave and you get to the game. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Lander going to be in their black uniforms, green numbers, and should have brought my glasses today. And we have Cyril Stauffenberg, the athletic director, giving the lineups out here. We'll give it to you as well. For Jackson, they're going to start a senior, Jared Perez, at midfielder. Oh, let me get the national anthem first. Great performance there by a Lander student, and that is going to be a great setup here for this gorgeous day. Great job out there. Gorgeous day outside of the snow on the bleachers, which you have to walk over to get up. It's going to be one of those days, and it might be one of those weeks, as we are expecting snow again tomorrow. Back to our Sutherland starting lineup for Jackson. It's going to be senior midfielder Jared Perez, senior defender Brian Diaz, freshman forward Kareem Beristain, junior forward Jensen Smock, senior midfielder Johan Garcia, senior defender Hymac Perez, junior midfielder Braden Hills, junior forward Isaac Zarate, and junior goalkeeper Gavin Keelan, senior defender Oliver Kimmel, and junior defender Peter Concannon. And that is the starting lineup for the Jackson Hole Broncs. For your Lander Valley Tigers, we're going to start off with sophomore Gage Hampton, seniors Silas Wheeler and Carter Ayers, sophomore Tanner Ayers, junior Bear Blackburn, senior Otis Beeson, freshman Sawyer Knockhazel, sophomore Finn Richards, sophomore Sequel Lozier, I will make sure I pronounce that correctly, and senior Caleb Wheeler, and junior Aiden Hayford. So, as we get set for this first game of the season, thank you very much, Mr. Stauffenberg. We're going to find out just what Lander has left in the tank. We'll see if any of that state tournament swagger has worn off at all in the last year while they were waiting for this game. And with that, we will conclude our Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show. Thank you very much, Hampton Inn & Suites. And we are getting ready to see just what is going to be made of this season. The games around the league so far, if we can sneak them in here, have been pretty interesting. Riverton, the boys went 1 and 2 ties. They won one game, 2 ties. Meanwhile, the girls of Riverton just dominated, going 3-0 on the weekend and scoring 9 points, 5 of which off of the foot of Cammie Paskett. We'll see more of them on Friday as we cover their game in Kelly Walsh. But for now, we're going to be in Lander Valley, and we're going to watch number 22, Isaac Zarate of Jackson, kick the ball off first from the center circle. We're going to wait here for the referee to make sure that he gets everything set up. And this is my first time calling soccer, so if there's anything you'd like to hear, maybe I'm not pronouncing something correctly or doing something as well as maybe other soccer announcers do, please leave a comment in the YouTube section, or you can write me at sports@wyotoday.com. That's my email. I check it every 10 minutes, so I will definitely get a notice whether or not I'm pronouncing someone's name wrong or I'm doing something a little bit poorly here. The refs getting set up here with the goalkeeper down there. That's Gavin Keelan, making sure that everything's all set up. I think they're waiting on the clock to start. High intensity, I hear, from the coaching staff alongside Jackson. So we're going to see here just what happens, and Jackson going to get this ball first. They're going to get it over to number 21, Braden Hills, and he's going to pass it up the sideline, up to the middle third there. They're getting it out, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Lander, so it's going to be number 5 throwing it in. Hymac Perez, and he's going to throw it in nicely inside to the attacking third, where it's going to be Isaac Zarate taking a shot on the goal, misses it, gets the ball back underneath, and that was another shot wide over the goal there. I'm going to try and get the camera working as well as we can with our window situation here. Let's set it up here and see if we can get any better. There we go. See if that helps. And we're going to be fixing some bugs and working all together, trying to get this set up right for the whole season. And this is where we're going to make some mistakes. But quickly, Lander gets it into the middle third. They get it downfield to number 1, Gage Hampton. He's going to be a big leader on this team as a sophomore. And now right out of bounds off the inbound throw in there after number 5, Hymac Perez, throws it in. Now Lander looks like they're going to get the ball. Get this all set up here. We love to cover all things Lander at YO Today, soccer included, and we had a great time last year. We're going to get another great season, it looks like, out of these boys, especially the girls who have a lot of high expectations. We'll get more to that after the girls' game tips off here and they start practice. Jackson gets it over there off the touchline, and they have to throw it inside. Lander now gets it back. It's tough to see the numbers from this far out. It's also very bright with the sun, but it looks like Carter Ayers with the ball going to get tripped over in the center circle almost, and now Jackson with the ball. They get a nice crossing pattern inside. They get it over to Nico Zampa, it looks like, and gets it inside back out to Perez. Perez gets the ball almost out of bounds, having trouble trying to keep it in. Now they get it back into the attacking third. They get it back out to Zarate. Zarate crossing over a couple Lander players. He gets a little shot inside, and the goalkeeper has an easy corral. Easy corral there for Aiden Hayford, the goalie. A junior. He was here last year. He has a lot of experience with this team, and now the inside kick into the defending third goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson, so Lander going to throw it in off the touchline and into the middle third, where Jackson will keep it. And they get it inside now. Oh, stolen away by Lander. Oh, today's the day I should have brought binoculars. And a long run by Lander all the way into their defending third. They get it off the touchline, and they're able to keep it inside, and then it goes out of bounds. Great technique there, twisting and turning to get around Jackson. Just gets it right out of bounds. And now coming in, looks like Lander threw someone in there last second, but Jackson has the ball. Passing it around is Oliver Kimmel. Bit too casual, almost gets it out of bounds. And now inside, Braden Hills in the middle third, almost gets past Lander, but can't. Number 4, Silas Wheeler gets the stop, and penalty. Didn't know if that was offsides or not. We will get the call, but it's going to take a second. Now Lander gets it inside. Wheeler back and forth. Gets the ball stolen away by Perez, and now Perez with a long, nice pass down to Jensen Smock, who gets down to the corner and kicks it out of bounds. Smock looked to be the last to touch it. Lander going to have a throw-in from the touchline down here by the corner. Almost looked like it could have been a corner kick. I didn't see where the ball went out of bounds. Number 11 going to throw it in. I don't have an 11, but either way, Lander gets it in, and it goes right towards the goalie, but out of bounds, and that'll be a free kick here from the goalie. And I can't see who's taking that. It looks like it's Wheeler. Hampton on the closest sideline to me. And from the wing, oh, wow, stolen right inside by Jackson. They're going to get it out, and a nice shot, but it's going to be left of the goal. Lander, very lucky that that wasn't a little bit more accurate. It would have hit the side of the goal there. And goalie Aiden Hayford, happy he didn't have to grab that one or dive for it. Again, a beautiful day out here in Lander. Quite a bit of snow, and it's going to take some time for this snow to completely evaporate. We also are getting snow this weekend, or this Wednesday, which is going to be just great. Can't wait for that. Looks like Bear Blackburn going to take the kickoff here. The kick from the end of Lander down into the middle third, and it's getting shouldered nicely by Lander, and then it's stolen away by Jackson. Jackson, nice passes back and forth, but a bad loose pass by Zarate gets it stolen by Lander. Lander now in their defending third. They try and keep it in bounds, and it will go out. Lander going to throw it in from the touchline opposite us. They throw it in to Zarate. Zarate, nice little over-the-head kick, and Lander tries to keep it over by the corner. They're going to, and it's going to be last touch by Jackson. So a long corner throw inside, and quickly it's going to go back out of bounds. Oh, saved by Lander. Nice over there. Nope, they call it out of bounds. And so Jackson will get to throw it in from right outside of the middle third. Gets stolen away by number 4, Silas Wheeler. Wheeler tight-roping on that sideline, getting through 3 or 4 white jerseys, and then it's finally stolen away by Perez. And Perez gets it stolen back by Lander, and now a quick pass goes to Ayers, and Ayers couldn't hold on to it and lets it go right past him here. And a nice pass near the sideline here. It's going to be in the hands of Ayers, or in the feet of Ayers, I should say. Still in football mode, even though it's been a minute. And Ayers loses the ball in the attacking third. Jackson going to get it back across the middle. And a long pass. Oh, almost saved there, but it's going to go safely into the hands of Hayford. Just couldn't hold on to it. And now Hayford pointing, hoping that someone goes deep, and he's got a nice leg on him. Gets it all the way into the middle third. Only one Lander Tiger around. 2 Jackson Bronx. They get it, and then it's kicked right out of bounds on accident by Gage Hampton. Now down here by our WIO Today scoreboard, with 32 minutes to go in this first half, Jackson inbounds it, gets it stolen away. Lander tight-roping it around the side here, nabs it, and then gets it kicked right out of bounds. Couldn't handle it. And some confusion between the ball boys and the players. Lander inbounds it to Wheeler. Wheeler gets it back out to Lozier, and he knocks it out of bounds. Couldn't corral it, couldn't hold on to it. Jackson inbounds it, and now quickly down by the corner is Zarate. Zarate going to go all the way down, and he gets it out of bounds behind the goal line. And that means another long kick coming from right in front of the goal. That looks to be Otis Beeson. Beeson, long kick down to the center circle and saved nicely by a black jersey. Can't tell who right off the back. And now back and forth they go. Jackson ends up stealing it right, and then they go into the attacking third. Quickly, Perez gets it back over to a white jersey, but stolen away by Lander on the sideline. Nice kick there, and they snuffed out the defense there, or the offense, I should say, of Jackson, trying to get it into the right feet here. And now Lander gets it back in their defending third, back and forth between Hampton and Wheeler. And now it's going down the sideline. Nice pass. Hampton going to have to kick it back out, though, to their defending third. And suddenly it's in the feet of Jensen Smock, and Smock goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. Now, Lozier inbounds it into the corner. Back and forth between Lozier and Beeson. And now Jackson steals it. They have a shot on the goal, but it's blocked nicely by the feet of, almost in the back of the goal there as I was saying that. But Hayford makes it look easy jumping up in the middle there. Quickly, Hayford gets it over to the left side. And up in their defending third, gets it stolen away by Jackson. Jackson, 4A competition for Lander's 3A team, still looking to find some momentum and get into the attacking third. They have not found their way on offense in the first 10 minutes here. They haven't even had a shot on the goal. Meanwhile, Jackson's had 3 nice looks here. Now Jackson looking to do it again from the sideline all the way out on the right wing. And back and forth they have to go, and now it's stolen away nicely by Lander. They have numbers if they're able to push, but they have to give it back and forth, and Finn Richards almost falls, has to give it back out to Lozier. And you can hear the coach, Coach Prince, saying, settle that ball. And now Jackson backing up. They're going to have a long kick downfield, and it's going to be Finn Richards waiting for it, but it's also going to be in the hands of the goalie before he can get to it. And now a long throw by the goalie, the goalkeeper's name being Gavin Keelan. And that nice pass to Jackson sets up a little back and forth between Brian Diaz and it looks like Beristain. And now Lander, caught with their backs to the defender, they're able to get it in their defending third, but Jackson almost had a nice open look there. Jackson trying to get across this line here that they have been stuck at, and now Lander's going to keep it. They're just going to give it right back out to Hay. Oh, saved barely by Hayford. He wasn't prepared for his teammate to kick it to him, and now a nice sliding effort by number 17, Jensen Smock, gets it out of bounds. Lander going to throw it inside quickly into their defending third, and it's stolen away again by Jackson. Jackson showing they came here to play. I'm sure they were ready to play this weekend as well. Now back and forth. Wheeler trying to get a hold of it, but he can't. Now Jackson kicks it back out to the middle third. Slides it across now nicely inside to the attacking third to Smock. Smock has some room. He's going to take a shot. Oh, saved by Hayford before it hit the corner. And that was a lovely save by Hayford, the junior. And it looks like we're going to get at least one substitution or something as whistles are blown. We do have a substitution, and I apologize. I will bring my binoculars next time. Was not prepared, as this game was originally meant for this weekend, and learned yesterday that it was going to be played today. And now a nice corner kick, and Jackson can't get the header on it and goes harmlessly out of bounds. Kick incoming from Hayford. Oh, no, they're going to give it to, I believe that's Otis Beeson. Beeson going to take the kicking duties here, it looks like, for most of the game, if not the season. Much like Savannah Morton in Riverton, she was the lone person to throw it in or kick it in, and now that long kick goes to the center field, or the center circle, and it's saved by Jackson. Now stolen away by Beeson, gets it back out to Wheeler. Wheeler gets it stolen away, and Beeson has to get back on defense quickly. Now Jackson in the attacking third. They're giving it to and from, and number 5 going to get it, Perez, and he's going towards the out of bounds, the touchline. He has to go towards the corner now. A long crossing kick, and it's a little too long for number 3, Joe Martinez. That was a great crossing kick. Crossed it right near the money, but not right on the money, which is exactly where it needed to be for that to make it a 1-0 game. 25 minutes to go in this first half, and it's going to be Beeson again from the goal. And you can hear some parents and some fans already getting their voices ready for this season. I hope my voice is as ready as well. And now the long kick inside to the center circle, going to be saved by Oliver Kimmel. There's a couple Kimmels on here, so we have to differentiate which one. And Jackson gets the ball, but stolen by Lander. And a limping Lander player trying to run around with it. He gets it, and he slides. Nice slide, but it's going to be not nice enough, as Jackson's going to get the ball right at had the halfway line, and he'd get a long kick inside to Smock. Smock heads it back out, almost crosses, and now Lander gets a good look on it. They have to get back to the center circle, but it gets stolen away by Jackson. And Jackson gets it back and forth in between now to Hills. Hills back and forth between him and Zarate, and Lander steals it back. Now Lozier gets a ball and gets it stolen by Jackson, but stolen right back by Bear Blackburn. Blackburn with a nice pass. Pass to Carter Ayers, and now Ayers has a chance to go, and he gets to the corner. He's got to cross it, and he doesn't have enough oomph on it, and Finn Richards was not prepared for it either. Body's hitting the floor. They still have the ball in the attacking third. Lander, this is their best offense they've seen all day, and it gets stolen away by Jackson. Jackson back now, back and forth, and Peter Kincannon going to take a long shot. I'm sure he has a nickname with the last name Cannon and with a long leg like that. And now it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Zarate. Zarate kicking it out of bounds, saving it from Ayers' long kick himself, and now back and forth off the inbound. Goes to Wheeler. Wheeler trying to get around two different players. Gets it back out to Hampton. Hampton, just pushed to the side and taken away by Perez. Perez gets it back out, and now a nice crossing pass. They're going to have a shot at the goal here, and they end up passing it backwards instead of taking that shot, but they still have it, and now Lander saves it, gets it back out into about the 20-yard line of their defending third, and they just kick it out of bounds harmlessly. I'm sure many people listening to this have had their brackets busted in March Madness, and right now, I'm not doing too hot as well either. Back to this game, though. Lander gets it into the center circle almost, into the half court, or the halfway line, I should say, and Lander ends up losing it. Jackson kicks it way out of bounds into the hands of Brett Prinz, the coach over there for Jackson. They get the ball inside to Wheeler. Wheeler in the defending third tries to get it back out. Three white jerseys steal it, though. They give it back out, and now Kyreem Beristain is going to have a nice pass, just a little bit too long, though. And boys and girls, this is what soccer's all about, trying to find that right pass. If you can get it, it's almost a guaranteed goal, but that correct pass only comes once or twice a game. It'll be Beeson again, kicking duties. Looking for something to set up. Long pass into the middle third and ended up taken away by Jackson. Jackson going to get it into the attacking third, back and forth between Diaz and Beristain. And now a long pass, a header saved by Lozier, saved the pass from going into the feet of Jackson. And now five white jerseys getting around. Inside is Smock, gets the ball stolen up and saved by Lander. They have numbers here. If they want to push, they can try, and they are. And they're getting into that middle third, a little back and forth between Wheeler and a couple other Lander players. Stolen away by Jackson. And in that center circle, Lander trying to get the ball back. They do. A couple Jackson players fall. Little behind the back passes here, and now it gets into the feet of a couple Lander players, and now Bear Blackburn gets it. He's losing it. Suddenly, Caleb Wheeler, he tries to come up from his defender post, and he gets lost. And now Smock almost gets the ball, and a body hits the ground, and it'll be Jackson ball. Who was that fell there? That looks like number 22, Zarate. Isaac Zarate limping, gets a high five from Caleb Wheeler. Looked to commit that foul there. Now kicking it, Braden Hills, and the long cross pass, and it goes over the head of number 9, Kyron Beristain, and that is going to go out of bounds. And the goal kick going to come as soon as Hayford gets the ball. He had to run all the way out there himself. No ball boy. And it's going to come, it looks like, from Caleb Wheeler, not Otis Beeson. Beeson might be taking a break here. Wheeler, goal kick from the D of Lander, trying to set something up and get into that attacking third for really the first time successfully tonight. Gets it in to Hampton. Hampton going to cross. I'm sorry, that's not Hampton. Hampton's running towards it at the moment, though. Can't save it. Jackson has the ball, gets it back out to the end of their defensive third, and now they're running. They're running with it, and it's Addie Wetzler with the ball. Lander steals it, gets it into the feed. Oh, what a nice move to run over, and that was Carter Ayers able to jump. And now a nice block with the back there by a Lander player. Gets it across into the attacking third, but it's going to be Jackson's ball. And that was number 11. We'll get a full roster here eventually. And Jackson gets it. Nice attacking third. They might be caught off sides here. No, Smock going to get it. He's going to take the shot. Oh, nice saving dive there by Caleb Wheeler. Nice slide. That could have very easily saved a goal, as Lander has still not done successfully what Jackson is doing. And now a corner kick incoming from Smock. And the cross goes in, and it's almost headed by Lander. Ended up going out of bounds, and again, last touched. Oh, they're going to say last touch by Jackson. So the inbound throw comes as Jackson's still trying to get set up on defense. High kick, and it goes out of bounds again. And that was a good ball into the box, just not enough heading ability there by Jackson to get that into the goal. And now Jackson with a long kick off the inbound, and it's going to be stolen away, looks like by Wheeler, but the kick goes off of Smock's foot. So Smock doing a lot offensively, defensively, and it's going to be Lozier that's going to throw the ball in from right outside the wing. Gets it into Wheeler. To number 10, Bear Blackburn. Back and forth now. They've added a couple different bodies on the pitch. Gage Hampton gets it back and forth, and now Jackson steals it. Number 24, Oliver Kimmel, steals the ball right at the beginning of the middle third, gets it back out into the center circle, and now number 25, Concannon, he's going to pass it nicely over, gets it back into the center circle, and Concannon, a long pass down to Smock. Smock going to head it over to number 22, Zarate, but it's stolen away by Lander, and now a fake long kick. Didn't work as well for Hampton as he thought, as he tripped when he faked it. Back and forth, Jackson stealing, Lander stealing. And now number 21, Braden Hill, is going to get the ball, gets it out to Smock. Smock with a nice look, and he's going to be called for a nice push there. Smock throwing up his hand saying, how? What? Long passes, Jackson's not prepared for it. Almost gets it into the attacking third. Lander has to save it from going out of bounds, and it goes out of bounds either way. Quickly, Jackson gets it inside. Now into the middle third. Ref kind of blocking the way, but Jackson gets it around him, and now Perez gets it all the way down to Smock. Smock loses it and can't hold on to it. It's going to be saved. Ended up being saved by Otis Beeson, and Beeson loses it as well. Now Jackson's going to have a shot on the goal here. Hayford going to slide into it, though. And a nice save by Hayford, as Hymac Perez had a nice look on the goal, and it's going to go out of bounds. Lander struggling here with 17:35 to go in this first half. The sun hitting the scoreboard just right, so you can't really see the numbers. Nice back and forth passing here. Gets it to Wetzler. Almost passed it perfectly to Smock, but stolen away by Lozier. Lozier gets it stolen away himself, and now Jackson had another shot blocked by a black jersey, and Jackson going to get it again in the attacking third. They're trying to get it around, gets it back out, and almost hit the hand, but now a free shot almost. Saved nicely by Hayford there. And that was Zarate's first attempt at a shot on the goal. And he had an open look there, and I think we're going to get some sort of time play here. The ref is talking to what looks like Hampton. No, Hampton's right there. Looking at Ayers. These jerseys, not the easiest to read if you don't have bifocals of some kind. We're going to get some substitutions coming in here. I see Bear Blackburn leaving the pitch. And what exactly are we getting? Are we getting a free kick here? What happened? Nope, back. They just wanted to check everything, and now Hayford going to get the ball. He's going to kick it from the outside of the 18-yard goal box. Nice chest from Lander to get it back out, and now it's almost stolen away by Jackson, so they have to kick it back. Over to Lozier. Lozier gets a ball stolen away by Wetzler. Wetzler running, threading that needle on the sideline and almost out of bounds. They're not going to call that. Wetzler does a nice little spin move, gets it stolen away by Lander. Lander gets it stolen away back again by Hills. Hills over to Garcia. Garcia back to Hills, and now Lander going to try and run with it. And little light passes here really working well for Lander, but they're getting stolen once they get to the middle of the field. Suddenly Jackson looking like they have a little bit of control with Gavin Keelan. Now back out to Wetzler. Oh, nice move by Smock as he was able to get it through the legs. A crossing shot, no good. Saved by kicking out of bounds. That looked like it was Wheeler. It might have been, but now Smock going to have a corner kick. Oh, he's just going to inbound it and throw it in, and now Smock going to take a nice cross kick there. Saved by Hayford right before it hit the right pole. And my goodness, Hayford having himself a day already. That's 3 saves at least. And now the ball going into the middle of the field. Lander doing a good job. And looks like a foul on Jackson of some kind. Jackson gives the ball to Lander. Lander going to kick it quickly and catch Jackson off guard. It's going to go to Gage Hampton. Hampton back and forth between Rudd. Now Lozier gets the ball. He's going to have it a nice kick stolen away, though, by Johan Garcia. And Lander now moving into the attacking third finally, but Jackson looks like they're going to corral it over there by the corner, and now it's going to end up in the back of the goal. I'm sorry, in the back of the wing where the goalie will keep it. Long kick by Keelan, and Keelan gets it into the center circle here. Jackson gets it stolen away nicely by Beeson. Kick back over to number 4, Wheeler. Back and forth now. Jackson gets a nice crossing pattern, but it gets stolen away and kicked out of bounds. So it's going to be an inbounding pass with 13 minutes to go in this first half. Still tied 0-0. Jackson's had a lot more looks at the goal than Lander has. Lander seemingly trying to work out the kinks and see if any of these new formations, new patterns that Coach Prenz is bringing to the playbook going to have any success here in this first game. Jackson inbounds it, gets it stolen away by some black jerseys, and now a long kick back. Tried to get into the middle, but it's stolen away by Jackson, and now a long kick, and that goes out behind the goal line. So it'll be a goal kick here. And finally the ball boy gets the ball to the right person here. So it's going to be, looks like Beeson. Beeson from the D of Lander going to have a goal kick, and he's pushing people back. Long kick down to the middle third. Gets it back and forth between Finn Richards and now stolen away by Jackson. And Jackson has numbers here. They can move. They can look at the goal. And now they're going to take a shot, and it goes left of the goal. No good there. Lucky break there for Lander as they were ill-prepared for an offensive attack by Jackson there. Jackson, this is their first game as well. 0-0 on the season, much like Lander. Most teams able to get at least 2 games in this past weekend. But Jackson and Lander are some of the only few that did not get games in. So whoever wins this, it would be their first win of the season. It would be the first tie. It would be the first loss. And now a long kick gets off the head of number 22, Zarate. Ends up stealing it anyway. Back and forth now. Jackson gets it into the attacking third, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Lander. Nice steal there by one of the Lander black jerseys. You just hijacked it halfway through the cross, and now it's going to go out of bounds again. Last touch by Lander, and this could be a corner kick. No, it's going to be thrown inbounds. Inbounds to Zarate. Zarate tries to get it around Lander, and Lander looks like they touched it last. No, last touch by Jackson, so they'll take that all day long. And if you still are watching this from Lander or Riverton, you want to come out and watch some soccer, it's a gorgeous day out here on the bleachers, sweatshirt weather, as my mother would call it. And now Lander, long kick from the corner into the middle third, but stolen away, headed by Jackson, and now Jackson's going to get it taken away by Gage Hampton. Hampton left foots it out of bounds and can't get anything to fall there. Going to get it back to Jackson, and now number 12, Addie Wetzler's going to throw it in. Throws it into Hills. Hills back to Wetzler. Wetzler gives it over to Smock in the corner, looking for the crossing pattern, and now Smock, it goes out of bounds. He just could not control it. Bit too casual in the corner there. We're going to get a goal kick again by Beeson. One of these days, we will get some binoculars up here. We'll get the correct numbers on everyone, but I do know Beeson by his hair, as we just watched him win in the Nordic Ski Tournament. They got second to this exact team, Jackson, but Beeson, one of the best skiers in the state, and now, he second-guessed himself on the kick, ended up faking out a Jackson player, gets it downfield to Finn Richards in the middle third, but gets it stolen away, and now the Jackson's on the attack again. Stolen away this time by Lander, now back and forth. Jackson steals it. Number 9, Barristain gets it over to Smock. Smock going to have a shot, and looked like it was in, but it was actually to the left side of the net there. Saved by the net, a little bit too far to the left, and 9 minutes 45 to go in this first half. Still 0-0. Lander, no shots on the goal yet. They are looking for something offensively to happen in this game, in this match, as we should say. Been watching a little bit too much Ted Lasso lately, and it's showing as soccer has become a huge part of our household, and a long goal kick over the head of Gage Hampton goes right out of bounds. They're going to give it to Jackson's number 24, Oliver Kimmel, to throw it in, and he throws it right in to Zarate. Zarate chests it. Now a high kick by Lander saves it, and no bicycle kick there. Thought it might come up. Beeson going to head it right up. Beeson heads it to himself, gets the chest, and now back over to number 6, Carter Ayers, and Ayers gets it to the center circle, but it's stolen away by Jackson, and now Jackson looks to be on the attack as they're in the attacking third. Lander steals it, runs up the thread of the sideline, and now it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. Rough kick by Concannon. Wheeler's way back. Okay. Thank you. I'll get some binoculars here as we get some numbers. Callum Wheeler is in the back there. And now, quickly, Ayers over to Hampton. Hampton back to Lozier. Lozier to Hampton, and now they're just running backwards, trying to get something going. Back and forth, Lozier to, and now Hampton can't see the ball come his way, and it goes out of bounds. That last touch by Jackson, so they're going to inbound it here. Bear Blackburn back in the game here, kicks it back out, and Hayford's going to have to do something. No, you're going to save it as Ayers, long kick downfield to Richards. Richards tries to get it, but it's stolen to Jackson. Jackson on the attacking third now. They're running up, and it's going to be number 5, Perez. Perez with the weak shot, and Hayford's just going to kick it away. Almost saved by Hampton, but instead gone out of bounds by Jackson. A lot of learning here, not just numbers and names, but a lot of soccer terminology that you don't use very often, especially in America with football season being so much bigger. Now Jackson gets the ball into the middle third. They're trying to get back on the offensive. They give it back and forth, and now Smock back over to Wetzler. Wetzler crosses over Lozier, and Lozier, man, he's lucky that was saved there, as Wetzler couldn't get through with anything. Long pass out to the middle of the field. And in the middle third, Jackson looks to be doing something defensively, but Lander just going to kick it right back out to the side and out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. Still a 0-0 score. 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Now Lander on the attacking third. They're able to cross it, but it gets stolen by Jackson, and Jackson's going to get it ball right back out. They have numbers now. If they're able to get this into the attacking third, which they do with a nice pass to Zarate. Zarate with the cross now, and now Jackson's going to have 2 players that could look at it, but nice save by Lander as they were able to stop the cross and slide, and now Jackson's going to get a ball on the opposite sideline on the touchline. Boy, that could have been dangerous for Lander. Nice save. And we got some subs coming in, it looks like, for Jackson. Incoming from the far side of the wing. He's going to throw it, and he throws really short inside to Perez. Perez has to turn around right into some black jerseys, and then a bad kick, bad touch there. Last touched by Jackson. He was trying to turn around and maybe get a running start, and then he started running before he got the ball. So that'll be out of bounds, and now a goal kick by Wheeler. You can hear parents outside cheering words of support. Wheeler, goal kick incoming from the D, and now he goes short over to the left side to one Lander player. Now Bear Blackburn gets it, but it's stolen away by Jackson near the middle third, and now they're back at the center circle. They're going to get it all the way back out to Oliver Kimmel. Kimmel crosses over a few players, and now he's trying to get in the attacking third himself, gets it stolen away. Jackson picks it back up, and now Jackson trying to cross over. They get it to the right side, and now a white jersey long cross kick to Smock. Smock's going to head it, and it's going to head it right into the hands of Hayford, and Hayford going to take this advantage and throw it long to Ayers. Ayers gets a little bodied there by Perez, but Perez gets the ball now over to number 9, Beristain. Beristain with the long cross kick, no one there. Absolutely, but in the corner, they're going to try and save it. That's going to be number 11, Tazampa, and he does end up saving it. Gets it back out. Jackson going to take the long crossing kick, and now Hayford just going to run out in front of number 9, Beristain, before he can do anything. 4 minutes to go in this first half. Quickly, Silas Wheeler gets it across over to number 17, Finn Richards, and now back and forth. They're stealing it from each other, and Lander gets it into the middle third, back out to the defending third, and they're trying to get something set up. 4 minutes exactly now to go. Wheeler back and forth with Richards. Gets the ball stolen away. Now some white jerseys going to try and do something offensively before halftime. Lander tries to steal it, almost does, and now it's back in the hands of Perez. Perez, little fancy footwork, falls to the ground, and we'll see what happens here. A yellow card. And who's this yellow card going to be on? Didn't see who the yellow card's going to be on. It looked like it might have been Tanner Ayers. We're going to get the kick here from Smock at the 12-yard line, pretty much right inside the goal box almost. And Lander going to set up some defense here for the kick. Black bodies in front of the ball, and we'll see what Smock can do here. Zoom in, see what he does. He's going to try and kick it, a nice crossing pattern, and it's past. Oh, number 21, Braden Hills had a left footer, and it was almost in. And Hayford doing another good job of keeping that ball from going inside the goal line. But it's going to lead to a corner kick here by Smock. They're trying to catch Lander off guard. The cross is way too high and directly into the other corner. And ref could have put his foot out, but he didn't. He's just going to let it go. Lander throws it inbounds, and right up the thread of the touch line goes out of bounds. Last touched by Lander. Unproductive first half for Lander with 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. But defensively, they are keeping Jackson on their toes, making sure that Jackson is not getting into the back of the goal. The only thing that Lander can do right now is keep them from the goal. It's going to take a lot of effort to get up and into the attacking third with these last 2 minutes. Silas Wheeler gets the ball off the inbound from Jackson, and now Jackson going to get it back at the center circle. Nice little floater inside to Beristain. Beristain gets it back and forth, and now it looks like Tazampa in the corner going to take a crossing pattern shot. No, blocked by Lander. And now a long shot, almost taking the head off of a Lander player there. And it ends up going out of bounds behind the goal line. We're going to get a goal kick here with 80 seconds to go. Oh, no. I must have missed where that went out of bounds. Last touch by Lander. So we're going to get a corner kick. And the cross too far again. And Jackson able to save it from going out of bounds is Perez. Perez, little crossing, little crisscross. Footsie effort here with number 1, Gage Hampton. And now the pass over to the top of into the middle of the attacking third. And now a dangerous kick there. And it looks like that was by Smock. Smock had an angle on it, but he just lost it behind the goal line. And so the goal kick going to come into Finn Richards. Very short kick, stolen away by Jackson. 37 seconds to go. Jackson, they might try and be looking at a final little buzzer beater here of their own. As Perez kicks it way high, now goes over to Lander. Lander running with it is Wheeler. Wheeler gets stopped up in the middle of his defensive third, and they're going to call something on Jackson. Too little, too late. 15 seconds, long pass, and no one was ready, so they're going to call that. And now 10 seconds, 9 seconds. It's going to go into halftime here, 0-0. And there it is. There's the halftime buzzer. So as I mentioned, Lander 0, Jackson 0. We'll be back with our halftime show right here from Bill Bush Stadium in Lander Valley. You're watching on WYO Today's YouTube page, and we will be right back.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, and in advanced medical technologies, so access to better care is closer to home.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
From the field to the court to the pool and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Welcome back here to Lander Valley High School, Bill Bush Stadium, home of the Lander Valley Tigers and Lady Tigers. And we are in the middle of a barn burner. It's 0-0. Jackson and Lander both putting on some defensive pressure on both teams. Lander had to pretty much put astray the Jackson offense and just let the goalie, Aiden Hayford, do his work. And he has stopped quite a few balls from going in. Lander offense needs to get something going. Otherwise, this could end up a little bit dirtier in the second half, as Jackson seems to have found a way to get the ball inside pretty easily. They're just not finding the back of the net at the very end. So they're going to have to do something a little differently. Coach Pren's out there talking to the boys, maybe changing up some defensive assignments, offensive assignments, and let's hope that it works. Coaches Matt Holscher and Jordan Droppert over of Jackson, they have a quick meeting with their teammates or with their team, I should say, and now they have some of their players out there putting up some practice shots and figuring out some stuff as well. So we're about halfway through this halftime at Lander Valley, and this halftime show brought to you by CWC. For more information on their 4-year bachelor degree programs, as well as how you can earn one of those degrees from the comfort of your own home, be sure to visit cwc.edu, Central Wyoming College. Make your way out here. And one of the main reasons we didn't do a Lander Journal Keys to the Game like we do with basketball and football and other sports is that we don't know what this team's necessarily going to look like. They have a few returning players from last year, none of them being all-state, but they do have a couple returning players from last year that were part of a very good team that made a nice run in the state tournament. So it's not like they're full of freshmen out there. In fact, they have 5 seniors on this team, many of which have already seen quite a bit of playing time. So it's not a lack of experience here. I don't know exactly how you can push this team any further into the attacking third. It's just Jackson's defense at the halfway line is just dominant. It's just working way too well, and the high-pressure defense of Jackson is keeping them on top of the ball at the center circle for the most part. So Lander going to have to find a way to get into the attacking third. If you're looking as a Jackson fan, Jackson looking to just put something in the back of the net. They've gotten close a handful of times, and like we said, Aiden Hayford working his magic, the junior goalkeeper there in the orange with the long blonde hair that you can see on camera there. They're going to have to get something going if they want to put it in the back of the net, either team. Otherwise, we're going to end up with a 0-0 tie, and we don't like those. So we'll take this one more break, and we'll be back with the second half of action here from Bill Bush Stadium in Lander.
Care has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Welcome back, and yes, click it or ticket. Drive slow if there's ice and snow. There's not a lot of ice and snow on the roads anymore, knock on wood, but the snow definitely still here in Lander. As you can see it on the sidelines, they had to push it off the track. They had to snow plow it off of the field, but they've done a great job of keeping this field pristine after a large amount of snow. I believe I heard it's the most snow in 18 years. And most snow in 1 month back in January that Riverton and Lander have had ever. And I might be a little bit mistaken on ever, but I mean, as far as the people I work with that call the weather service, it has been one of the heaviest snowfalls ever in Wyoming, Central Wyoming history. Speaking of Central Wyoming, I want to thank CWC for sponsoring our halftime show. As always, soccer is no different than football and basketball and baseball, as CWC helping students all around Wyoming get a degree. If you want to learn more, go to cwc.edu, Central Wyoming College. Make your way out there. And honestly, on this side of the ball, I actually have better vision on the numbers here, as we can see Sawyer Knockhazel is closest to us in the pink shoes, and Lander's going to get the ball to start this second half. They give it immediately to Silas Wheeler, who gets it back out all the way back down to Lozier, and Lozier kicks it almost stuck in between two Jackson players, and now back into the middle third. Jackson ends up turning around, getting the ball back. Jackson in the attacking third. They're going to take a cross. They get it back over to Perez. Perez gets it inside, now back to Perez in the middle, and he's trying to get something passed over to number 9, Barristain, but he ends up getting it stolen away by Callum Wheeler. And Wheeler gets it stolen away right in the middle of the attacking third for Jackson. Jackson going to end up kicking it all the way back out to the halfway line. They're going to give it back to Gavin Keelan. Well, that can't be right. He's the goalkeeper. But Keelan, number 23, is Minden. So 23 had to read that wrong. There is now Jackson gets it into the attacking third again. They're able to get it right past Lander through the cross. They're going to get it right down to Perez. Perez has it stolen away. Nice kick out there. Looks like that was, I can't see the number there. Looks like that was number 0. Might be Cody Elliott. And we will get a full list by the next game, as there are typically programs. But because of how quickly this game had to be rescheduled, it didn't work. Crossing pattern works perfectly. Gets it down to Minden, and Minden going to have to cross it back over, and it's into the back of the net. First goal of the day, as Jackson finds the back of the net just 2.5 minutes in. I could not see who scored that goal. I believe it was number 9, Barristain. So Lander now going to have to work from behind. 1-0, 38-24 to go. So 1.5 minutes in, I should say, not 2.5. Math is not my strong suit. Good thing most soccer scores end in single digits. And now the pass inside from the center circle went to Bear Blackburn, and it's quickly stolen away by Jackson, who's running up the touchline all the way up into the attacking third. Ends up getting stolen back by Lozier and gets it back out to Wheeler. And something happened. Jackson's going to get the ball right at the 15-yard line in the middle of the attacking third. They're going to set up for a nice kick into the middle of the box. They're going to try it at least here. Looks like Perez is going to be the one passing it. And they get everyone set up in the box. And he looked like he was taking the shot all for himself. Ends up going way high over the goal. And that means Lander's going to get a goal kick. And it's going to be Wheeler once again. Callum Wheeler. Apologies for calling him Calum the first half. It's always fun getting new names after seasons where these kids don't play like basketball or football. You got to get back in the mindset that you were in last spring. And now a quick, nice look inside to Berestein. Berestein with the cross gets it stolen away, and Lander going to kick it out of bounds. And we're going to get a corner kick here by Jackson. And this corner kick, he's going to try and cross it directly into the money. Let's see what he can do. Oh, it's not going to be a corner kick. They marked it just out of bounds short, so they're going to throw it in, and now right into the feet of a Jackson player and right out of bounds. So that was a wasted effort by Jackson getting all set up. And that went off the foot of Isaac Zarate. Zarate means that Silas Wheeler will get the ball in the defending third. He gets it back out. Jackson stops it up. Now they're able to get it back over to the other side of the touchline. They got to try and get something going here. Jackson just harassing them. Gets the ball back, and now a little crossing back and forth. They're going to lead to another shot here. And Hayford, nice save there. As number 9, Berestein, had quite a good look, and Hayford just dove right in front of it. Wow, long kick by Hayford all the way down into the attacking third. And Lander, only one guy down there. It looks like it's Carter Ayers. And Ayers almost loses out of bounds. Lander ends up saving it, but they're going to call it out. Last touched by Jackson. And Lander gets a lucky break there as they need something to happen in this attacking third. Just skewed too far right for Jackson. Now the inbound pass goes to Gage Hampton. Jackson almost steals it away, and now back in the hands of Bear Blackburn. Blackburn back over to Hampton on the right side, and now a sliding kick goes out of bounds by Jackson. Quickly they inbound it, throw it in, and it goes back and forth. And it's going to be Silas Wheeler who gets the ball, trying to cross it over, gets it now down to, looks like Elliott. Now Wheeler stuck in the middle of 3 jerseys. He has to get it back out, and now it's almost stolen away again. Long pass, and Jackson gets it back out. They clear it pretty well there. And they give it back around. Lander trying to do something defensively and just letting Jackson get the ball back into the middle field here. And now a long shot down the touchline. Could go out of bounds, but Lander's going to try and stop it. And they're going to be doing so right at the corner. It's dangerous to put it around there. And it's going to go out of bounds, last touched by Lander. 34-34 to go in this second half. Lander down 0-1. That kick from the outside goes right into the hands of Hayford. So another save. I don't think that would have been in the goal. It would have been on the side of it. But either way, save by Hayford. And the long kick goes down to the center circle. Picked up there by number 18, Johan Garcia. But Lander ends up getting it down at the attacking third. Now they have numbers here. They can run. They're not offsides. And it's going to be a little bit too far out of the back of the goal line off the right wing. But last touch by Jackson, meaning Lander's going to get this ball over by the corner. We're going to see what happens. Key word for this game, binoculars. What you guys are seeing on the cameras, what I'm seeing here, and very hard to see numbers. But this corner kick incoming, and let's see who's going to be the one. And they set up nicely. They're going to get the cross in. Oh, the goalie gets his hands on it in midair. A little dangerous, but it gets back out to Lander at the end of the attacking third. They have to get it back out, and now it's going to be stolen away by Jackson, and it's going to go across midfield, and it's going to have to be saved by Lander. He's going to have to do something special with it. And he doesn't do it there, and now they have an open look as Berestein, no one in front of him. He's going to kick it, and it goes right into the back of the goal, and that'll be 2-0. Berestein with his second goal of the day. I apologize for not getting it fully on camera there. It was 1 of 1 there. It was just Barristain and the goalie, and he faked him out there. Makes it a 2-0 game. Lander not out of the woods entirely, or Jackson, I should say, not out of the woods entirely. Lander has had much better offensive presence in this second half. It did not lead to any points, obviously, but they were able to get a good look at the goal just a few minutes ago. Let's see what they can do with the ball here. Ayers waiting for it on the near side touchline, and the ball gets stopped up by Jackson. Nice header there, trying to get it back inside. Looks like that's Cody Elliott. Jackson gets the ball in the middle third. Now they get into the attacking third off the touchline. Quickly, it looks like Smock's down there waiting for it. He tries to cross over. Long pass, and it's going to be saved by Hayford as the pass went past the Jackson player and directly towards the goal. Nice save by Hayford once again. Long kick down here to Ayers, and now Ayers is going to be all by himself. If he can get the ball, and it doesn't look like he can, it's going to go out of bounds. Gorgeous backdrop for this school with the mountains behind them. You don't get a lot better than this, and coming from Kansas, I would have killed to play sports on a field like this. Goal kick incoming. Jackson, long kick down to the middle third. Almost saved by Lander, but it's going to end up going out of bounds on the opposite touchline. And he had to react, and as he reacted, he jumped over the Jackson player. I think that's what they were calling right there. That's why they're giving him the ball right there, right by the 50-yard line. And now the long pass going to go. It's going to be saved nicely by, it looked like Finn Richards. And it's going to go over to, it's stolen away by Jackson right at the edge of the attacking third. And now Lander going to get it back after a nice stop. They could have numbers here as well if they try and get it over the touchline. They can't, and it gets stopped and stolen by Jackson. Jackson in the middle third. Gets it over to Minden. Minden over to Berenstain. I keep wanting to say Berenstein Bears, but that's not how he spells it, so we'll leave it that way. Zarate inside now. Berenstain. Berenstain gets it stolen away, and it's going to go towards the corner. He saves it. Gets it back out to Minden. Minden going to try and cross it. Oh, no, he pauses, puts it up. He's just running back towards the middle third, and now he's trying to save it from going out of bounds, and he doesn't. He actually goes out of bounds with it. So Sawyer Knockhazel going to get the ball on the nearest touchline. No, he's going to give it to Ayers. That's not Ayers. Believe that's Elliott. Let's go Lander. And 30 minutes, 40 seconds to go in this second half. Very short inbound pass right into the feet of Finn Richards. And almost gets stolen away by Jackson. Now it does, as they can't get it past the triple team there. And now white jerseys as Smock going to take the shot and goes directly into the hands of Hayford. And Hayford knocks it up and out and directly into his own hands over on the right side of the goal. So nice save again by Hayford. Quickly downfield. Lander's going to kick it right out of bounds, right out of the touchline. Jackson's going to get it at the edge of the middle third, and they're going to throw it inbounds, and they're going to go right down the touchline and towards the corner, and the cross looks like a good shot. Nice save there by Lander. That was an open, easy look for Berenstain if that Lander player was not sitting right there. Nice save, right under 30 minutes to go in this second half. So from the corner, Jackson's going to kick the ball in, and it's going to go right into the head of a Jackson player, and he just couldn't connect with it well enough, kicks it right out of bounds. And who was that? That was number 25. Well, that can't be right. Peter Concannon, that was him that had the header on the goal. And now a goal kick incoming. Long, low liner there, goes directly towards the middle third, ends up getting saved by Lander, and now one of the captains can't even get the ball past Jackson. Jackson's feet stopping the ball from going any further, and now Jackson's got in the attacking third. They're going to run it across. They're going to try and run into between two Lander players, gets it stolen away, and the ball doesn't go very far, trying to get it out of their defending third, and they're just having trouble getting it as they go right up towards the touchline. Now they're running with it, And Jackson going to stay with it, and Jackson gets it back in their own defending third. They're just going to kick it back to their goalie. Goalie going to work with it here. Quickly, Lander gets the ball back. They're in the attacking third. They have a number now, and now it looks like Wheeler, Callum Wheeler, gets it back and forth between him and Bear Blackburn. Wheeler gets it again in the middle of the attacking third. He gets stood up by a Jackson player. He falls to the ground. Now Jackson working with it in the middle third. Gets it across. Now they've run it into the attacking third. They're running up against 5 black jerseys, but they get it past 1. Trying to cross it, can't, is Smock. Smock looks to cross, looks to shoot, and he does. Blocked by Hayford. Nice block. Boy, Hayford is having his work cut out for him today. Jackson trying to get the ball back in their attacking third. Can't. Gets it right back to number 10, Bear Blackburn. And now over to Richards. Richards couldn't corral it, so he's going to just chase down the ball at center circle. And quickly the pass stolen away. Nice steal there. Pinched it from the Jackson player. Now Jackson pinches it right back, gets it in towards the corner, and they're going to try a long cross kick. And the Jackson player wasn't in position, but that one was, and we're going to get a third goal, and that looks like it's number 5. I believe it is. Hymac Perez. And Hymac Perez, was that Perez? Let me see the number here. It's going to make it 3-0 no matter what. Is that a 6 or a 5? Turn around, good sir. That is a 6, so that is actually Jared Perez, the starting midfielder senior, making it 3-0 with 27 minutes to go. And Lander with the half-court kickoff here is they get it stolen right away. Jackson's number 22, Zarate, just was right in the right place at the right time. And we're trying to have some trouble here. The camera is right up against the window, so it's very difficult to make sure I get everything in view. Lander gets the ball back, gets it into the middle third, tries to get it around. They do, and now it's Callum Wheeler with the ball. He's going to pass it over and can't get it to his teammate. Gets it stolen away, and now Jackson again in the attacking third. They've just been living here all day long. Jackson, a little crossover by Perez. Perez crossing over again, takes another shot, and it goes right into the back of the goal again. Perez, his second goal in as many minutes, and Perez having one heck of a day already. 2 goals for the senior to make it 4-0. And Brett Prin's home opener as the Lander Valley head coach is not off to a strong start. Remember, these boys got pretty far in the state tournament last year. They had 3 all-state players, all of which leaving as seniors. The girls had quite a few returning all-state, so we'll see what they look like after this. Lander going to get the ball half at the middle field. We're trying to look here. Kellen Donahue was an all-state forward last year. Sam Welsh, a great midfielder for Lander. He was all-state as well. And Jackson returning a couple different players of their own from All-State. And now Jackson gets the ball in the attacking third, stolen away by Lander, and stolen right back quickly by Silas Wheeler. And now a long kick goes awry for Jackson. Trying to run camera and get all these papers in order is always a fun job. Big thanks to our sponsors for allowing us to do soccer. Most schools do not have a soccer broadcast crew. Lander and Riverton, lucky enough to have 2 good amount of sponsors that allow us to go to most away games and all home games this season. Riverton this Friday going to have an away game at Kelly Walsh. I will be there calling that game. That'll be after Thursday's game between Lander and not Natrona. Who do they play on Thursday? Lander plays on Thursday at 4, and we'll have that game as well. I'll remember who they're playing as soon as I get a schedule back in my eyes here. The crossing ball from Jackson, no good, goes way out past the goal line, and it's going to end up being a goal kick by Hayford here. Oh, they play Mountain View. Lander plays Mountain View on Thursday. And that will be another home game for Lander, and then we're going to have an away game for Riverton. And the normal broadcaster for Riverton, Kevin Shields, is not going to be available. Has a family emergency. We wish him all the most thoughts and prayers that we can. And now Jackson again with the attacking third. Nice look and shot there by Jackson, but a better grab by Hayford. Hayford now throws it towards middle third here, and it's going to be taken away by Jackson and kicked out of bounds. Jackson just doing whatever they want with 25 minutes to go in this second half. Jackson just staying in the attacking third, living there. And they've really stepped into this second half with a different offensive mindset. Shoot first, ask questions later seems to be the way that it's going. So Hayford going to get a goal kick here, 24-40. This kick looking like it's going to be a long one here as he tries to push some people back. And it will be. It'll be out towards middle third, and middle third gets picked up there by Jackson, and that's going to be number 12, Wetzler, chesting it out of bounds. So Lander gets it right at the center circle. They're going to be throwing it inbounds, and they get it stolen right away. And Jackson's number 6, Jared Perez, with 2 goals. He grabbed his hamstring as soon as he stole the ball away. Now Lander lets them go up the touchline and crosses in between 2 players. They're going to take a long shot. It wouldn't have been good anyway, but corralled in by Hayford. Hayford having one heck of a day. I know he's allowed 4, but it has been a tough go. He's got to be tired out there. Now back and forth between Lander players, and just going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. Number 22, Zarate, had a foot on there. Number 5 for Lander comes in, and now it's going to be a quick inbound pass to Richards. Richards loses the ball, and it's going to be stolen right back by Sawyer Knockhazel. Stolen in the corner again by Jackson. Jackson just doing what they want over here on offense, especially from this right side line. Nice cross kick, and it's kicked out of the way by Lander. Nice job there. Good defense. Snuffed that one out really well, and now Jackson's going to have a longer attempt, but they still get it inside the attacking third with a nice kick inside to Beristain. Beristain back out, and now number 18, Johan Garcia, kicks it back around inside. Lander's going to let one Jackson player go, and a kick comes wildly, and it looks like that kick went directly into the stomach or leg of a Lander player, and he is down and hurt. And they're going to call a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll get more on this injured player as he gets up and limps. We'll be right back.
To the canyon near you. Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Lander player did get up on his own. He's limping over to the sideline. I still can't get a solid number as we are very far away, and these kids all have different haircuts around this time of the year. We were hanging out with the Riverton soccer team. It seems to be a fashion to start every season with a bunch of mohawks and see how it grows out. And kids these days are either mullets or mohawks. It's one or the other, and it's become kind of a way of life out here in Wyoming with a lot of seniors doing crazy haircuts their final year. My senior year, I don't think I had a crazy haircut. It was blue for quite some time. I don't even remember why, just was. So the goal kick resumes play, 22:33 to go. 4-0 Jackson as they steal it right back, and it's going to be in the feet of Beristain. Beristain, long shot right off the top of the goal line, goes out of bounds, luckily, harmlessly to the ground. It still remains 4-0. Hayford going to have the goal kick here. Hayford waiting on some players to get in the right position here. We're getting more and more fans coming in here for the girls' game. The girls got all the way to the state championship in back-to-back years, winning 2 years ago against Cody and losing last year to Cody. Cody winning 4 of the 5 last girls' 3A state championships in soccer. But Lander in a totally different class now. in 4A. As you excuse me 1 second. Got the sniffles up here and was luckily able to not sneeze on our equipment. So as Jackson gets the ball back in the attacking third with just over 21 minutes to go, Lander gets it right back, steals it as they get it right back out to Hayford. They're just going to let Hayford take this, and he has to kick it. He's going to give it to number 5, and stolen away right at the last second there by Beristain right before it went out of bounds. And Jackson now with a little bit of a surprise move. They're going back and back and back. They get it to Concannon at center circle, and now he gets it around. Lander trying to get the ball back. Can't get it stolen away from Joe Martinez. And now it's in the feet of Arath Munoz. Back and forth. Now Jared Perez back with the ball. Gets it in between with Martinez. In between 3 jerseys, and then Callum Wheeler. Well, he steals it, but he passes it too wide. And now a body hits the floor, no call. And Jackson going to have another shot here as the cross was a little bit too weak and the kick by Smock just a little bit too short. Boy, he had an open look at the net, couldn't get anything to fall. 20:20 to go in this second half. We're about halfway through. Lander's hands all on their hips as they're down 4-0. Hayford from the R of the Tigers going to have a goal kick. Hayford, the one doing really, really well today. Obviously, the 4 goals going in are rough on your stat sheet, but a lot of poor defense allowing the ball to get that close to the goal. And he had the one-on-one, of course, with Perez. And now Jackson gets the ball back into the attacking third. It's going to be Smock taking the shot, and it goes right out on the left side of the goal. No good there. And luckily for Hayford, who dived, he did not get stepped on by Smock, and it was a good job defending that ball. Otherwise, Smock would have had an open look at that goal. 19.5 to go. Still 4-0 is now Callum Wheeler going to take the goal kick. He gets it out to the middle third, but it's stolen right away by Jackson, and now Silas Wheeler able to get the ball back, and he's trying to get something going in the attacking third. Gets it back out to Bear Blackburn. Now back to Wheeler, and now inside to number 5. Can't get it. It's stolen away by a couple white jerseys, and they're going to go out of bounds off the touchline, and that's going to be Lander ball quickly. Number 5. I'll get that name shortly. Number 5 throws it inside to Silas Wheeler. Bear Blackburn, and now gets stolen away by Jackson. Jackson enters the middle third, and now he's got a long pass. Nice outlet pass for Smock, but it's stolen away by Callum Wheeler, and Wheeler is going to be able to corral it and get it over to the sideline to Gage Hampton. Now quickly, Jackson back on the offensive, and Perez going to take a shot. Off the top of the iron, and it gets off of Hayford's leg, goes inside the goal. Is that going to count? No, it is not going to count. The ball hit the top pole of the goal, landed down, and hit the back of the feet of Hayford. So instead of a goal kick, they're just going to kind of loosely play it inside the defending third, try and get something working, and he just kicks it directly into the feet of Jackson. They end up getting the ball back, though. They're trying to get it off on the touchline. They're just trying to run up and thread that needle. They end up getting it out towards center circle. And now Finn Richards with a nice outlet pass, but Jackson just a little bit too speedy. They get the ball first. Now they're on the touchline on the other side, and now it goes out of bounds off Jackson. Lander can make something happen here quickly, and they get it inside to Silas Wheeler. Wheeler with the left foot crosses over, and a long shot, no good, too far to the right. But that was Lander's first shot in quite a while. Maybe that'll spark something happening. And Lander very lucky that crossbar shot did not count. It would be 5-0 with 7:25 to go here now. As the girls are getting ready, they're stretching off to the side. The ball from the goal kick goes right into the feet of Bear Blackburn, but he loses it, and he loses it in the middle field now towards Jackson. Jackson going to get an outlet pass, 3 white jerseys against 1, and that black jersey ends up getting it. Now Callum Wheeler with it on the touchline. He gets it back out in the defending third to one of his captains. He's going to get across, and now Jackson steals it back in the attacking third. They're on the touchline on the outside towards the corner. He's going to do a cross light pass inside, and now they're going to just take a shot, and Hayford, that was one of his easier saves all day. 15:40 to go. Long kick down into the middle third. Now it's actually stretched into the attacking as there's one Lander jersey. He can't get all the way down there. That looked like Gage Hampton. No, that's Carter Ayers, and Ayers was tripped up, but he gets the ball back, gets it back out to Silas Wheeler, trying to cross. They can't get anything happening in between as Jackson just steals the ball right back. And now a long pass, and it's going to go out of the back of the goal line. Lots of limping and hands on waist here. It's a very tiring game as Jackson going to goal kick it with their goalkeeper, Gavin Keelan. And they're going to let this one, they're actually going to give this ball over to, looks like Braden Hills maybe. And he's going to have a long goal kick down here to Smock. Smock going to try and head it, can't. And it's going to go into the feet of number 16, Sawyer Knockhazel. But then Smock steals it right back. Nice crossing pass, and it gets right back into the feet of number 23, Minden. And he takes a shot, and it's no good. Quickly, Lander trying to get something on the board. They get it into Finn Richards at center field and gets it right back, stolen by Jackson. And now it's going to be, pass right into the feet of Knockhazel. Knockhazel not limping anymore. He was the one that went down earlier with the kick to the stomach or the legs, one or the other, and then the ball goes out of bounds off Lander. Jackson going to get the ball with under 15 minutes to go in this second half. It has not been Lander's day, and Coach Prinz will have plenty to work on before Thursday's game against Mountain View. Whether it's offense or defense, I'm sure he's going to have something written up. Knockhazel almost gets the steal there, ends up getting the ball into Minden. Minden, long pass, nice outlet here to Smock. Smock running across the touchline, gets a nice crossing pattern back over, and they're going to call something on Jackson. Looks like it was offsides maybe. So Jackson up 4-0 with 14:15 to go. They're going to let Lander throw it in here. Knockhazel throws it directly into Smock. Smock back and forth now. He's got a cross look, and that's just going to take a long shot. Right idea there, just not enough oomph on it. I don't think Smock was even prepared to get that ball. Now the long throw down to Ayers. Ayers going to give it back and forth between him and Bear Blackburn. Back and forth now. Blackburn gets it at midfield and halfway line and gets it stolen away by Jackson. Oh, wow. Nice steal there by Lander, but he couldn't keep it up as Silas Wheeler fell to the ground trying to spin around and get it. And now Jackson going to have another look at another shot. No, too fast on the pass. And luckily for Lander, harmlessly a little bit too far. Hayford throws it out to Hampton. Hampton back over to Wheeler. Now it's center circle. Is going to be Jackson's ball as they steal it. Nice crossing pattern there to Aroth Munoz. And now back and forth. They're just going to waste some clock, it seems like. 13 minutes to go here. Lander back, getting the ball over to Finn Richards. Richards in the middle field, or in the middle third, I should say, gets it stolen away, and that could be the title of today's game. Jackson steals the ball. Jackson gets it into the attacking third, but it's stolen away, luckily, not by Knockhazel, but by someone. And now Bear Blackburn gets it over to number 5. Finn Richards steals the ball away. Now Knockhazel gets it on the touchline near us. Back over to Richards. Richards just going to run with it. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. Knockhazel going to throw the ball in. Richards was not prepared, so Knockhazel waiting, and now he throws it in. Gets it inside to Silas Wheeler, who almost loses it. Has to corral it back around. Nice little back kick towards number 5. And then Finn Richards was not ready for that ball at all. Went right over his head. So Jackson going to kick the ball right into the center circle, and Smock gets it. Gets it over now to number 21, Braden Hills, and now Smock going to have a shot at the goal. He's going to be one-on-one again, and he's going to get that goal every time. Smock, one of the better kickers in 4A, and that makes it 5-0 Jackson with 11:43 to go in this second half. Very difficult for Lander fans today, waiting for the girls to come on and maybe save this day and make it 1-1 for Lander. But right now, Jackson running away with it 5-0. And Smock walking a little gingerly after that goal. And now he's got one of his teammates helping him out, get him to the touch line, over the sideline now. Jensen Smock, the junior forward, has had a heck of a day, even if he only has one goal. And that will bring in, it looked like number 7, Teddy Oppler, as we wait for Finn Richards to take the opening kick here. Get a few Lander players coming in. One of the shorter players here. Can't see a number on that. Looks like 25. I don't have a 25 here. Might be Jacob Rudd, the only freshman other than Sawyer Knockhazel on the field. Quickly, Lander gets it over, and then a nice steal by Jackson. And they're going to have more numbers here. They're going to be able to get another shot, and he's going to take that shot, and it's going to go into the back of the goal. And that is going to be another goal for Jackson. And that looks like it is the same Jared Perez, I believe. And it is. It is Jared Perez with his third goal of the day. Not going the way of the Tigers right now. 11:23 to go. It is 6-0 Jackson. We'll come back after this ad with the opening kick with 11:23 to go.
If you're tired of paying ridiculously high gas prices, there is a solution that can save you a bunch of money. In fact, it won't cost you a cent. How do you do that? Take the Blue Bus. WRTA bus lines will get you around the county for free. That's right, free, no charge. It doesn't get cheaper than free. Go to WRTAbuslines.com and download the schedule, or look for a schedule in the Ranger, Lander Journal, or Wind River News. WRTA Bus Lines, proud to serve Fremont County.
Yes, big thank you to WRTA Bus Lines. They have had a heck of a couple years with COVID. They've moved down to having free bus transportation for those in Lander and Riverton. To check that out, like the ad said, be sure to check out the Ranger, Lander Journal, and Wind River News. We got the schedules all up in there, and now Lander with a long kick, trying to just get the goalie to move maybe, but either way, it was too long for any Lander athlete there to get the ball in, as we are nearing 10 minutes to go, as Jackson's goalkeeper kicks it all the way down to the middle third, taken away quickly by Lander. And now the smallest player on the pitch has the ball. He's going to give it over to Finn Richards, who wasn't in the right position there. They still have it, as Gage Hampton now on the right side, far side. He's able to get in. Now they're going to look for a cross, and the cross is almost perfect. Oh, and that was the best chance at a goal all day, as Carter Ayers could not stretch his leg out long enough for that. Ball at center circle, stolen away by Lander, stolen back by Jackson, and now kicked away, as Lozier going to get away over on the touchline. And wow, he's able to keep it in bounds, and then, of course, goes right out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. Jackson doesn't even try and stop the inbound pass there, as they let it go right out of bounds, and it's saved by Jackson. So Jackson in the center circle, they're going to be running upfield with it. Now he's got number 9, Barristain, and Barristain loses it, and Lander is lucky he lost it. That would have been another easy-looking goal there. Not that Hayford couldn't have done something about it, but that would have been one-on-one again, and now Jackson trying to get it over to the other sideline, and goes right out of bounds. So Lander will get the ball with under 9 minutes to go. Coach Prenz surely has a lot written down about what to work on tomorrow before the game against Mountain View. Don't forget the girls' game coming up right after this. And now a nice kick. And Lander had a look at it, but just a little bit too strong. The pass unable to be corralled. And now Jackson on the other side. They're looking similar as Berestein. Berestein's going to take the shot, and it's going to be good. Berestein between two Lander Tigers able to get the shot off and into the back corner. And I have that as 2 for Berestein. I am missing a goal, though. It might have been his 3rd. Berestein, a freshman, having one heck of a day as well in their opening game. That makes it 7-0. And we are going to have another substitution coming in. It looks like Silas Wheeler took a break. He's back in now. Lander down 7-0, 8:34 to go. Ball goes in to Knockhazel. Knockhazel now loses it. It's going to be Berestein again. Berestein going to take the left footer, and he crosses it directly into the body of number 10, Bear Blackburn. Oh, no, that's Callum Wheeler. Now Wheeler just running down the court, doing down the field, doing it all by himself, and we're going to get a tripping foul there. That's a yellow card for sure. And Wheeler is holding his right leg. It is cold out there, and that turf is much harder than people like to imagine it is. Landing on it is not fun. So Wheeler getting up a little gingerly himself. He's going to take this shot from the 38-yard line, which is just right outside the middle third. Lander discussing their options now, trying to figure out the best route to try and get a goal here before the end of the game as the clock continues to run, 7:25 to go. Little trickery here as Knockhazel comes around the left. Wheeler looking at the shot, waits for the whistle, kicks it a low drive, and it just goes directly into the hands of the goalie. I don't think any Lander player, I think they were maybe trying to pretend that it was going to go to them, but either way, it did not work. Now Silas Wheeler gets the steal quickly back to Callum Wheeler. Callum over, and it gets stolen away by Jackson. Jackson back and forth, and now they're going to kick it towards the touchline, near side, right in front of our photographer, Carl Cody. And Knockhazel going to throw the ball into the middle third to Wheeler. Wheeler goes back into the defensive third, and now they're just going to kick it back to Hayford. Hayford going to take a long stride, kick it towards the center circle, and now it's, oh, wow, headed directly into the feet of Lander. And now Lander going to try and run with it. Oh, Finn Richards didn't move with it well enough, and he couldn't get the ball. Stolen away by Jackson. That would have been a nice open one-on-one shot. And now they're going to try and get that similar look here, but Jackson's defensive line really shoring up there at the 30-yard line. And a couple shots up and out, and now it gets stopped, and suddenly Lander gets the ball in the middle field, and Wheeler has to go back into the defensive third. Now he's trying to turn around. Gets it back out to Ayers, and now back into the defensive third. The defenders, they try and kick it all the way up, stolen by Jackson. Jackson kicks it right back into the middle, and it's just back and forth here. 5:50 to go in this second half. Lander down 7-0. Down off the far side touchline, they're going to kick the ball. It's going to be off the head of a Lander player, so looks like Jackson might get this ball. It's going to be a corner kick for Jackson. See if they're able to add any more points to the scoreboard here. No corner kick. They're just going to kick it inside. A little back and forth between two Jackson players, and now the corner kick comes. It's way short as Ayers is going to come out and get that header. And now a couple bodies collide between Gage Hampton and some Jackson players. Ooh, a little volley there underneath the legs of a Lander player, and it looks like he's trying to take the shot. He had one more Lander player to get past, and he couldn't do it. And now the long pass outlet going into the Jackson side of the pitch here. Jackson back and forth now, gives it to Minden. Minden gets the ball stolen away off the touchline, and then right out of bounds is going to be Finn Richards. Seven to 0, 4:30 to go in this game. Angel Garcia, or Angel Garcia, I don't know if that's how he pronounces it. He inbounds it, goes up the touchline to Minden. Minden gets it around two Lander players. He ends up trying to get towards the attacking third himself, ends up getting stopped and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. Knockhazel's going to throw it in. He throws it in quickly to Bear Blackburn. Blackburn loses it. Back and forth now. Blackburn loses it right at the edge of the middle third. And now it's going to be in the feet of number 25, Concannon. He's got a nice little outlet pass, but it's going to be a little bit too long. And Jackson's going to let it go out of bounds. So a goal kick coming from Hayford with 3:40 to go. Down 7 to 0. Hayford going to take the kick from the E. No, it's going to be Callum Wheeler taking the kick from the E here. Just under 3:30 to go. Kind of fakes a kick, and now he's going to go long with it. And directly into a white jersey. Back and forth. They're going to go, and now they're going to try and get something set up. They do. Nice little behind the feet pass to himself is Minden. And Minden going to take a couple shots. No, he's going to pass it across, and now it's going to go way too far to the left off of the foot of a couple different Jackson players, it looked like. But one for sure was number 25, Peter Concannon. When you have all your defenders in the attacking third, you know you're doing something a little bit better than normal. You know, you don't have to wait. But with 2:45 to go, Lander just looking to not be shut out. They're going to try and do something here. Callum Wheeler from the G all the way down to the right side and just goes out of bounds. Bad kick. Unable to get it inside. Looks like Jacob Rudd. Now over to Joe Martinez. Martinez going to get it back out to center field. Quickly, Jackson has some reserves in there. They're just trying to get them some time. And they get the ball over to the attacking third. Oh, now they're going to be near the corner. They're going to try and get it across kick, and they're going to try and shoot it blocked inside by, it looks like Wheeler, someone. Whoever it is, he's down on the ground. And now another shot incoming. Hayford with a nice block. And Hayford had to dive out for that one. Goes out of bounds. So corner kick incoming for Jackson. Or is it a throw? I can't see from here. They're going to throw it. Now a cross kick. And it goes right into the feet of Lander. Now it's high up in the air. 90 seconds to go. Goes out of bounds behind the goal line. Lander counting down the seconds before their girls can get on the field, on the pitch, and get some work done themselves. They see this 7-0 score, and they are thinking to themselves, we're not going to be like that next. Goal kick incoming. 70 seconds to go. And he gets it in. It gets immediately stopped up by Jackson. Jackson now in the attacking third, and it's going to be Beristain trying to take another shot. Didn't see where it went, but it went out of bounds. Went high up in the air, and the wind took it. It is rather windy today. So this corner kick going to be probably the last play here for Jackson. 40 seconds to go. Low goes directly into the hands of Silas Wheeler, or feet of Silas Wheeler, I should say. Jackson gets it back around the 20-yard line, and now Lander trying to run with it, but they get stopped up by Jackson. 25 seconds to go. Jackson looking to take one more shot, and they're going to get it, and it's going to go in, and it's going to go off the feet of number 23. That's Minden. And that is going to make it an 8-0 game to end this home opener for the Lander boys. With 14 seconds left, we'll just play along with it here. So, by my calculations, we have 3 goals for Jared Perez, 2 for Kyron Beristain, 1 for Jensen Smock, 1 for Cody Minden. Something Minden, I apologize. Can't read that, and I'm missing 1 goal. I'll get that during the middle of the games here as the game is now officially over. And it is 8-0 Jackson all day. And it was 8 goals in that second half alone. Lander boys actually went in to halftime tied 0-0. So now we will reset here in a second, and we will get ready for the Lander Lady Tigers, their home opener against Jackson. And we will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
After a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
When you think about wellness, do you think about long walks, nutrition, having a personal trainer? No matter what your idea of wellness looks like, you can find yourself at Gotchi Gym. Their 1,900 square foot facility makes them one of the largest gyms open to the public in Wyoming. Be the best version of yourself with state-of-the-art equipment from senior to strongman. Take advantage of having a bistro on site as well as a certified NASM personal trainer. Take the first step in reaching your goals. Gotchi Gym. Gotchi Rehabilitation is always looking for new team members. See more at gotchi.org.
WyoGlass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. WyoGlass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. WyoGlass is Lander.
The Stock Doc is proud to serve all of Fremont County and surrounding areas. They are dedicated to providing the highest level of veterinarian medicine along with friendly and compassionate service. They service all pets of shapes and sizes between dogs and cows and cats and horses. They treat your animal like it's their own. The Stock Doc.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Some say healthcare is a calling. Taking care of others. It's who we are. It's what we do. And what we love. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been here. For the expected and the unexpected moments in life. As one of the region's largest employers, we're investing in our communities through donated services and charitable contributions. We're investing in our people, technologies, and facilities, so better care is more convenient and available to everyone, right here, close to you and the things that matter most. From maternity through maturity, from pediatrics to primary care, we're making a difference by improving life and health in our communities we love. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine and Adina Vasco and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
Hey there!
How's your day going?
Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on, and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses, and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
Welcome, everyone, back to Bill Bush Stadium, home of the Lander Tigers and Lady Tigers. The Tigers losing 8-0, and the boys coach, Brett Prince, that wasn't the way he wanted to start off the season, obviously. We were going to talk to him post-game, but with all the hectic moving around of games, we're just going to basically pretend that Thursday's game is the first game of the season. So we are going to be looking here shortly at the Lander Lady Tigers in their first outing. Jackson as well, as Jackson and Lander's first games were both scheduled for last Friday. And so we're going to be back into our pregame show sponsored by Hampton Inn & Suites, and it's pretty obvious, much like earlier, the keys to the game are going to be kind of hard to tell depending on what team we come out and see. If we see a team anything like the team from last year that made it very deep into the state tournament when they made it all the way to the final game against Cody, losing 3-1. Cody finished perfect last year, 17-0. And so that was a tough team to get around. They did lose Emma Getz, one of the best players in the state, actually player of the year, senior player of the year. No, you're good. And they do return a couple different players, Annabelle Knockhazel being one of the all-staters from last year, Delaney Sullivan looking for another big year. I'm pretty positive that these Lander girls, new coach or not, are going to be a scary one to go up against. And we're going to see here very shortly as the match begins in 3 minutes. So with that, I'm going to take one more break. I know we've been on a break here. I got to get some starting lineups here for our Sutherland starting lineup, and we'll be back with those in just 1 second.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing.
Walk on a pathway instead of the road. Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to our Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show, sponsored by Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton. One of the best places to stay in all of Fremont County is Hampton Inn & Suites. You can take it from me. I stayed 2.5 months there when I first moved to Wyoming. It was pretty awesome, actually, to not have to do your own sheets or do anything like that for 2.5 months. But they did have some of the best quality service of any hotel brand I've ever been at. So Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show is going to give us the Sutherland starting lineup as we just grabbed some numbers here. A lot more succinct with the numbers and the positions for the girls and the boys. Starting off for Jackson, we have a junior, Michelle Vargas Ramirez, another junior, Brooke Rogers, sophomore, Ella Steinberg, senior, Jordan Davis. She's the captain, co-captain of the team. Sophomore, Carolyn Motes Chavez, might be Motez Chavez. Junior, Raina Rhodes. Junior, Piper Lee. Junior, Madison Kramer. Junior, Taya McLennan, who is the other co-captain. And junior, Tegan Ritter. And as far as, one more, junior, Melissa Morion Jimenez. And I'm sure I will mispronounce that at some point today. Coached by Kristen Pizarro, and as well as Jess Tuchera and Jana McKay. And that is your Jackson Hole starting lineups. For Lander, we have some familiar names here. Aislinn Donahue, a senior, starting as the goalkeeper. Allie Atnip, a junior. Sophomore, Gilly Wheeler. Junior Mason Morton had a great season last year. Freshman Georgia Chance, we saw a little bit of her in basketball at the end of the year. Senior Annabelle Knockhazel. We had a chance to talk to her a couple weeks ago at the basketball tournament in Mountain View. She was excited to get going here. She's a returning All-Stater. Freshman Blue Blackburn. Senior Delaney Sullivan, another All-Stater and a big scorer. Senior Anna Nielsen, junior Ella Stanbury, and sophomore Tinny Reisig. They are coached now by Scott Getz. Sorry, I'm just reading these off of a very tough-to-read paper here. They also have a couple players that are going to be sitting in the reserves that you might have heard of. I know Kinsley McClung is Kaysen's sister. Lily Moore, she's got to be, she's a sophomore. She had some time last year. But right now, we are going to see exactly what the Lady Tigers have on their lineup, much like we saw the boys. But the girls, with much higher expectations after their finish the last 2 seasons, they're going to be hard to stop as far as the morale and momentum as they are coming out to center circle. The refs for today, I believe I saw they were from Riverton. I might be wrong, but I did see one that I recognized. So with that, as you see the starting lineups forming, we will say thank you to Sutherland's, Fremont County's favorite home improvement store. Remember, for anything and everything that you need, whether it's you're building a house, building a dog shed, or fixing the counter, go to Sutherland's go to Sutherland's Home Improvement Store out in Riverton. Sorry, looking at 13 things at once here. As Cyril Stauffenberg is going to be doing the lineups for there, we will take one break and be back with some of the action here from the Lander Valley Stadium here.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Welcome back to the Hampton Inn and Suite pregame show, which we're going to thank Hampton and head right into the game here as the Lander Lady Tigers and Jackson Lady Broncs are going to be taking the pitch for the first time this season. And both the Lady Tigers and Jackson have some high hopes after last year. Jackson has a couple different players that were all state last year. I didn't see any on the name list here. Yeah, they had Phoebe Alvarosa last year, and now they're going to be joined by a couple different players that could very easily be all-state this year. As we try and get how Jackson did, they got all the way to the third-place game last year and beat Natrona County for that third-place victory in 4A. So this year, they're going to be looking to do a little bit better than third place. And Thunder Basin versus Rock Springs in that championship game ended 2-0. I'm sure they feel like they could have won that game. So here we go. And with the kick from the beginning, for the beginning of the game, it's going to be 25, Delaney Sullivan, which is going to be one of the most popular names you hear on these calls, as Delaney Sullivan gets the ball a lot. She likes to make sure that she is the one in control of her destiny. She did a great job last season, and she looks to be keeping that on and getting a second straight All-State appearance at the end of the season. Waiting on something here. Oh, the refs have to time their clocks, and here we go. First 40 minutes of action coming to you live from Bill Bush Stadium as Jackson gets the ball stolen away there, and Lander now gets it right back. Quickly, Lander trying to go across the middle third, and they do. They get it over to Blue Blackburn. Blackburn back and forth now. Blackburn back and forth now, and now it goes all the way down to the corner. And quickly, Lander looked like they had a shot, but they weren't able to get the cross that they wanted. Jackson ends up stealing it, and now they're going to push it. And they're actually getting to get it stolen away. Nice little try steal there by, it looked like, Mason Morton. Down the pitch they go. Jackson across the middle third here. Now they get it down underneath. They get it to a white jersey, and now number 26, Tyra McLennan, she gets the ball, and she gets a little crossover, and it's going to be saved. Nice save there by Aislinn Donahue. Donahue, who played basketball this last season for the Lady Tigers, got injured about halfway through the season. She made a comeback at the end, though. Let's hope that injury is long gone. Now, number 20, Blue Blackburn, she gets the ball, and she almost has it stolen, and she does have it stolen. Saved, though, luckily, and now it gets into the feet of Delaney Sullivan. She almost has it stolen, and now she's going to go in between two, and then she gets it lost and off the touchline. Annabelle Knockhazel had a chance there, but it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson, so inbounding it is going to be Sullivan. And she throws it right into the feet of number 10, Brooke Rogers, for Jackson. Don't know what she was thinking there, but it's going to lead to a strong offensive attack, and Jackson's going to lose it on the touchline. Last touched by number 9, Michelle Vargas Ramirez. Right in front of our camera guy, too, and I don't know what they're discussing. That was clearly off of Jackson. I don't know what we're waiting for. I think they're waiting on the actual spot of the ball. So we'll get an inbound pass here by number 23, Allie Atnip. And then it gets kicked right out of bounds. So we're going to wash, rinse, and repeat here. See if we can do the same thing twice. She's going to give it in, and it's going to be getting taken almost immediately by Knockhazel, but it's stolen away, and it's going to be in the feet of Madison Kramer, who kicks it right out of bounds. And so far, I believe we almost have as many out-of-bounds calls in the first 3 minutes than we did in the entire boys' game. A little sniffly here as it's getting a little bit chillier, but it's still nice and warm out compared to the last couple weeks. Inbound pass goes directly off the chest of Delaney Sullivan, and it's going to be Jackson Ball. So they inbound it on the near side touchline. And quickly, they're almost, they get blocked up right on the outside. Nice defense there by Lander, specifically number 23, Allie Atnip. Now, number 29, Tegan Ritter, she inbounds it. She gets it right into the chest of her teammate, and she's bottled up by a couple different black jerseys. Lander wearing their black jerseys, green numbers, makes it almost impossible to see, especially with the black trim on the numbers. You got to really base who has the ball based off of the color of their hair tie or something. So we have a couple different Lander players, easier to recognize than others, as Jackson gets into the attacking third. Lander not doing a lot to stop him, and now finally Atnip gets the ball, kicks it right back out to the middle third, gets stolen back again by Jackson, but it's still moving towards the goal of Jackson, and now right off of the foot of number 9, Anna Nielsen. And Nielsen, nice defensive effort there. And the ball rolls up into the snow that's been plowed up over the track and up into the bleachers. It's actually kind of a funny sight when you're walking up the bleachers. Quickly, the ball goes out of bounds again, still last touched by Jackson. So inbounding it will be Atnip. She inbounds it directly into Nielsen. Nielsen couldn't get her feet up high enough, and it goes into the feet of Brooke Rogers. Now at center circle, Jackson has it. They're looking to move into the attacking third, and they do. They get a nice little cross look inside to Vargas Ramirez. Ramirez gets the ball stolen away, and then she kicks it out of bounds, luckily. It's a lucky move. And we're going to get a goal kick here. Our first of this girls' game, 5 minutes in. And a long one down, almost into the middle third. It goes over the head of Atnip. Or I'm sorry, that's number 13, Knockhazel. And Knockhazel gets it right back, but a foul, looks like either offsides or something, is able to get Lander the ball back. So from the 22-yard line, we're going to get a long kick, and it's going to go right over the head of some Jackson players. And now Lander's got a chance, but they're just going to keep moving it down the pitch, and they're going to give it right into the goalkeeper. Oh, no, she didn't take it, so now it's going to go out of bounds, and that's last touched by, Jackson. So Lander's going to have a chance here early to get this score. We'll see what they do. They inbound it, and it's immediately stolen. Jackson goes up the touchline and now tries to kick it into the attacking third, ends up getting it directly into the feet of Lander, but stolen away by Vargas Ramirez. She gets it back over into the middle of the attacking third, and now a nice pass. Oh, but offsides was number 13, Carolyn Motez Chavez. And she would have had an open look if that had been not offside. She was wide open. That's probably why she was wide open. We're going to get a kick from the 18-yard line of the football field here. And the pitch makes it a little bit wider. For those of you that don't keep up with soccer, it doesn't stop at the out-of-bounds lines. That's why the touch lines are these little gray and white lines on the outside. Jackson gets the ball. Number 26, McLennan, she gets the ball into the attacking third, tries a nice little pass inside. Can't get it, but a white jersey corrals it anyway. And now it's Vargas Ramirez. She has to pass it back out to Morion Jimenez. I'm just going to say Jimenez, as it's a much longer name, as you would expect. Brooke Rogers gets the ball, and now over to the shortest player on the pitch, and Jackson, and now back and forth, and now Vargas Ramirez, a little cross, but nobody there to corral it, and that's going to be an easy save for Aislinn Donahue. Easiest all day, most likely. 32:50 to go in this first half. Long kick chested out by Brooke Rogers, and now it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Lander. Long kick by Annabelle Knockhazel. Now, number 29, Tegan Ritter, she's going to inbound it. She inbounds it directly into Vargas Ramirez, who just heads it right out of bounds. Hard to do much offense when you're just throwing it out of bounds. And the ball, again, goes directly into the snow, which I'm sure these girls were not prepared for, snow climbing or snowshoeing. So Allie Atnip going to get the ball. She's going to throw it inbounds. Let's see who she tries to throw it to. And Anna Nielsen, the senior, she gets it. And she gets it right off over to Knockhazel. Knockhazel back and forth. Now gets stolen away by a white jersey. Stolen back by Lander. Long kick down the pitch. It goes out of bounds. Quickly. Oh, wow. She took an extra couple steps there. I thought maybe that would have been something. But as she passes it inside, she gets it right on the money. And now quickly Lander is going to have to defend, and she can't. And Aislinn Donahue's going to let the first goal through of the day. That goal, I'm trying to see the number here, 36, Melissa Morion Jimenez. So I find my pen here. Jimenez with the first goal of the day. Makes it 1-0 with 31-34 to go in this first half. Jackson had a long drive up here, long drive back. They still have quite a bit of snow. Now Delaney Sullivan from the center circle. She kicks it back out to Knockhazel. Knockhazel all the way out to number 12, Mason Morton, and she ends up losing it out of bounds. So inbounding it now from a long ways away. That looks like Delaney Sullivan, but it didn't seem like that was her plan. And now Jackson gets the ball. They're in the middle third. They're trying to get into the attacking third. They finally almost get there as number 20, Madison Kramer, gets the ball stolen, and now Delaney Sullivan has it on the touchline, and she's going to be able to corral it and thread that needle. Oh, she does. And now she's going to be able to look, and she has a pass, a crossing pattern, and it gets stolen by Nielsen. And right back into the legs of Sullivan, who loses it, and Jackson's going to get it back in the middle third here. Boy, what an opportunity for Lander. And they could not get it to go. Lander gets it to Knockhazel at the center circle almost, and now she has to kick it way back out on the far side touchline, and that's going to go out of bounds, last touched by Ellis Stanbury. .30 and 10 seconds. 3-0-1-0 is... The ref had a different time than the scoreboard. And so we're going to get it with 30 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this first half. Jackson gets it across the center circle, and now they're going to try and drive, and they do, and it's offsides. Two girls pass the line, and that is going to get called every time. So Lander down 0-1, 1-0, I should say, as, again, I've been watching too much Ted Lasso. That's why I think I'm perfectly prepared for the soccer season, even though we don't have as much prepared because this game was supposed to be played Friday, and they moved it to today. If you're just joining, this game was not originally planned for this Tuesday. So they have a game today, and they have a game against Mountain View on Thursday that was meant to be their home opener, and we'll be much more prepared for that game. We'll have a bunch of different pregame show rituals we're going to start to set up, and we're going to have a fun year calling Lander soccer. Quickly, Vargas Ramirez gets it into the attacking third. She's able to split the defense, tries to get it out, and she does, to 29, Ritter. Ritter gets the ball back, almost gets it stolen by Knockhazel, and Knockhazel's shot actually bounces right back inside. Now Delaney Sullivan with some nice footwork, almost gets the ball back against a much bigger Madison Kramer. Kramer gets the ball into the center circle towards Brooke Rogers, and now they have to give it back out. Nice little behind the back pass to herself, and now it's Lander ball. They've got numbers, and they are offsides. And that would have been a great look for both Nielsen and Sullivan, but just one of them needed to go, not both of them, and that is what led to the offsides there. 1-0. Jackson with the ball. 28-25 to go. Jordan Davis a defender is going to be the captain. She's going to kick it from the 21-yard line. Long kick down to the 40 of the other end, and it's going to be in the middle third. Right in the middle of the center circle is number 36, Melissa Maria Jimenez, the one with the score. Now back and forth between Ritter and Kramer. Almost stolen away by Sullivan. Sullivan trying her hardest. And in the center circle, there's quite a bit of scrum happening between Knockhazel and Kramer, but they get the ball back out, and now Knockhazel almost steals it again. They're getting it into the attacking third. They do. Jackson, the runner stopped running, but they still have one person down there. She's going to try and shoot it, and it gets off the foot of Lander. Nice defense there by two black jerseys there at the end. Our camera guy at the other end waiting for Lander to get into the attacking third. They've had two opportunities so far, both missing the point. They've had one ball stolen and one go awry, and now the corner kick goes right into the hands of Aislinn Donahue. What a save. Nice save by Aislinn Donahue. She was on alert during that corner kick, and she made it work. And now the long inbound from the goalkeeper goes right into the feet of Jackson. Jackson has to run back around, back and forth, as Carolyn Motes Chavez has to try and keep it from going out of bounds. And now Lander just stifling this defense here. And it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Lander. Who's going to throw it in here? It's going to be number 26, Taya McLennan, the co-captain. And the foul must have happened before it went out of bounds. Didn't see that, so we're going to get a long kick. She's just going to take it. She's going to try and get it past Donahue. She can't. Donahue doesn't catch it. She pushes it off her hands. Oh, very lucky that it went off the top bar there, as Aislinn Donahue tried to catch the long kick and ended up pushing it out directly into the lap of a Jackson player who just went right up, kicked it off the crossbar. Now we'll see a goal kick from the edge of the end zone in football terms, and now all the way down to the center circle, goes into the legs of Kramer. Kramer gets it back out into the attacking third for Jackson, and Jackson can't do anything, goes out of bounds. 25 minutes to go in this first half. Today just flying by. It's already 3:20 Mountain Time. Feel like I just woke up just a couple hours ago. Lander inbounding it is Delaney Sullivan. She throws it right into Nielsen. Nielsen can't do anything. Oh, that wasn't Sullivan. I apologize. That was Blackburn. And now Lander, nice stop, getting it from going any further in the attacking third. And now Sullivan puts her whole body up in the air, can't get it away from Jackson, and Jackson saves it from going out of bounds. I don't think any player was ready for that, and now it's going to go to number 2, Lindsay Dufault, who just came in the game, and Jackson back and forth in the attacking third, trying to get another goal set up here. Nice block there by Knockhazel. By Atnip. These jerseys, again, not the best to read. And now Default is going to have the ball, and she's going to get a nice look here from the corner. If she can corral it before she gets it, she stops it from going out of bounds, and it does go out of bounds. She got that at the last second. 24 minutes to go. Goal kick incoming. I need more coffee today, especially if this game is going to end so low scoring, unlike the last one. And now Nielsen gets the ball in the center court, or in the center field. She gets it, a nice pass, but too long for Sullivan, and the goalkeeper for Jackson kicks it right back out. Now in the middle field, in the middle third, is going to be Lander trying to steal it, and they do. They get that steal thanks to Lily Moore, it looks like, and then the ball ends up going a little bit too far. reposition everything here is now Lander gets the steal. Jackson wasn't prepared for the inbound there, but Jackson ends up getting it right back, and Taya McClennan gets the ball into the attacking third, stolen back away by Lander. She gets it to and from, now blocked. Now we're going to get a little bit of back and forth here. White jerseys end up with it as Motez Chavez gets it over to Dufault. Dufault, the sophomore. Now Lander finally gets it and kicks it out of the way, but it gets right back in the attacking third quickly. And they're going to try and take a shot here. It looks like, no, it's blocked by Lander from getting in. And this is where a color commentator would do a real good job filling this dead air as we await Lander trying to do something offensively. Jackson inbounds it, gets it to number 10, Brooke Rogers. The ball ends up getting stolen away, and Lander's defending third, and now they're going to try and move with it, and they can. They got to be careful not to be offsides here. Delaney Sullivan going to have one-on-one here. What can she do? She tries to trick around, and she does, and she gets it. And the first goal for Lander today is by Delaney Sullivan. After a great move, stop and go, she was able to trick the goalkeeper into thinking she was going to take it with her right foot, ended up getting it with her left foot. And with 22:11 to go, Lander goes and ties the game with a great set of moves by Delaney Sullivan. That seems as good a time as ever to take a quick break while I go and sneeze. I'll be right back.
Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
Welcome back. Jackson got the half-court opening kickoff the right way, and now they're moving into the attacking third. Lander wasn't able to do this earlier, and now suddenly there's a shot on the goal. Aislinn Donahue was able to corral it, thankfully. It happened extremely quickly, and now Donahue with 21:48 going to kick the ball long and into the middle third, but it gets kicked right back out, and now Lander's going to try and do something with it as number 30, Abby Dixon, looks to be in the game. Oh, that's 31, Georgia Chance. And Chance, a freshman, did not get many minutes in basketball until the very end, but she is very athletic, and her mother, Shelly, a great photographer. So we are going to be pulling for the Chance family for the foreseeable future, as she is a freshman with a lot of talent. Chance not the only freshman on this team. Jackson gets the ball back into the middle third. They're trying to get something set up. They get the ball out to Ritter. Ritter on the near side touchline. Back and forth between her, Dufault, and McClennan. Now stolen away. Lander's Chance unable to get there. And the long kick goes down towards the corner. They're going to get someone from Lander was able to get the ball out towards the middle third, but it's going to go out of bounds. And it looks like it's last touched by Lander. Jackson going to inbound it here halfway through this first half. They get the ball down the touchline, and they have to get it, and now Lander just going to kick it out of bounds. Oh, saved miraculously by Lander. Back to Jackson. They're going to take number 10, Brooke Rogers, and she's got a nice pass on her, and she was able to get the ball out to Dufault. Dufault going to get it near side touchline, and now Dufault again with the ball. She's going to be able to get it, and now Vargas, oh, wow. She had a chance, but she couldn't get the ball out in time. Lander ended up stopping it from getting anywhere close to the goal, but Jackson's still living in this attacking third right now. Back to McClennan. McClennan with a set pass, and it goes, oh, just close, and it goes right out of bounds about 2 inches away from the right goalpost. Very close to making it a 2-1 game. We're going to get a goal kick here. Trying to see who it is that keeps taking this goal kick. Goal kick goes down to the middle field, middle third here. Knockhazel almost steals it away, but ends up getting the ball out towards the middle of the attacking third for Jackson. Jimenez tries to cross up Knockhazel. She can't. She gets it back out now to McClinnon. McClinnon. Oh, wow. Jimenez, nice pass down here to Steinberg. Steinberg with the cross, and luckily the ball is saved by Aislinn Donahue. I got so nervous there. I moved the camera a little bit too much, and now Donahue, long pass down. It's going to be stolen away, chested by Jackson, and Jackson gets it right back into the hands, I should say the feet of one of their more reliable players, McClinnon, who loses it. And now Lander's going to get the ball with some numbers, but they can't get it past the halfway line as they get the ball all the way back down near the corner. And Lander trying not to go out of bounds. They get a nice pass back inside the defending third, and the long kick going to set up a nice outlet pass unless number 20, Madison Kramer, can get there first, and she does. Gives her team a few more seconds to get up, but that would have been a nice move. And now we have a substitution timeout here. See who's coming in. Number 30, Abby Dixon, a junior, coming in. The inbound pass gets away, but it's also still in bounds. Lander gets pushed to the ground as they were going towards the corner. Now we have a lot of black jerseys down in the attacking third, exactly where they want to be. And they're going to have a chance here. They're going to set up more like a penalty kick from the sideline. And she's looking to her coach, Scott Getz, for some advice here. 4 black jerseys move, and the cross kick is up, and, kicked away by the white jersey down in near the middle. It looked like number 36, Maria Jimenez. And it's saved, and now it's going to be pushed the other way. Jackson has numbers. Dufault gets it on the near side touchline. She just lets it go out of bounds. Strange move not to try and save that, as now Dixon will be the one throwing it in. Dixon throws it right into Dufault's legs, and now Knockhazel has to play some stiff defense. She can't. Now the attacking third. Now they got a runner, and she's going to take a shot, and luckily right into the hands of Aislinn Donahue. Sorry, the camera didn't get it there. I'm trying to move it and read at the same time. But number 11, Ella Steinberg, had a one-on-one opportunity there, kicked it right at Aislinn Donahue, and now we're going to get a corner kick. This corner kick coming at a very pivotal time, 16 minutes to go in this first half. If you were to take a 2-1 lead, it'd be devastating. And they do with a nice header off the cross. That was a great move by a much shorter player over a couple different bodies, and that was once again Marian Jimenez, her second goal of the day. Jackson takes the lead 2-1. We'll be right back with Lander's side of the ball after this.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back. Delaney Sullivan had a nice kick backwards towards her teammate, and then it was immediately stolen by Jackson. Now Jackson trying to move again. Lander gets the ball back into the middle third. They're lucky Nielsen's there. And now Knockhazel with the left footer. She's going to set up a nice pass for Sullivan, but it was stolen away by Jackson. And now Jackson's going to get it in their defending third. They're going to get it back out to Dufault on the near side touchline. Goes out of bounds quickly. Knockhazel smartly grabs it and tries to throw it ahead, and the ref is saying that that was too quick. And Lander fans upset. We're going to wash, rinse, and repeat. Now Knockhazel tries again. This pass, this time not in front of Sullivan. Ooh, Sullivan takes a strong fall. Almost gets kicked in the face. And now back and forth. Now Georgia Chance has it. Chance going to be taking a shot, and it's a long one, but it goes directly into the hands of the goalkeeper. Jackson gets the ball out to center circle, and they're able to get Lander. Lander's able to get the ball back and steal it. Now they're trying to pass it around, and Knockhazel can't get to it before it goes out of bounds. Score 2-1, 14:30 to go in this first half. Inbounding, it's going to be Tegan Ritter. We have a couple numbers coming in. Number 19, Bryn Crabtree, coming out for Dufault. Ritter throws it in over the head of Knockhazel. Knockhazel gets it right back. She kicks it over the head of a couple players, and now back and forth. And now Lander's got it in the middle third. Georgia Chance, cross field pass to number 3, Kenzie McClung. And then the ball goes down towards the attacking third, but stolen back by Jackson. Jackson now with the ball, passes it back over to Crabtree. Crabtree goes up the touchline and now into the hands of the girl that just scored the goal, or that just had a nice look at the goal, Ella Steinberg, and she's going to get it in the corner, and it goes out of bounds. We're going to get another corner kick. This is how they got their last goal. And you can hear the fans saying, get physical. They're going to need to if they want to beat this 4A team. Here comes the cross. She's going to try and get a good ball into the box, and she does, but the ball is kind of stuck in between two players. It looked like it was kicked, but it never really had any velocity. It got stuck between two players, and now it goes over the back of the goal, last touch by Jackson. Long goal kick down towards halfway line, and Knockhazel was able to corral it after it was almost stolen by Jackson. Now it is stolen by Jackson. Given out to Mia Brazil. Brazil across the touchline. She's going to go down towards the corner, and she ends up getting the ball too slow into the legs of Lander. Now Sullivan gets the ball back and forth, stolen by Jackson. In the attacking third. She tries to turn around. That looks like Marion Jimenez. They get it back out towards the halfway line. Lots of running around and not a lot to show for it for Lander right now. 12 minutes to go in this first half. And Lander, a high-scoring team from last year, you wouldn't expect them to be down 2-1 with just over 11 minutes to go in this first half. Obviously, new coaching, the loss of Emma Getz, the leading scorer for much of the year, and then you have new additions like Georgia Chance and a couple other freshmen maybe making an impact early, but Lander going to try and work with it as a couple players go chest to chest going out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick. The goal kick here. Number 12, that's Mason Morton. She is the one that continually does these goal kicks. She's done a great job so far. Only one or two of them have gone back towards Jackson. Again, long kick right to the 40-yard line. Chested by Jackson. And now Lander gets the ball back. They're going to try and move with it. Ball goes directly into the foot of a Jackson player who stops it midway through the pass, and now we have a trip, and they're going to call that. As number 24, that's number 20, I apologize, Madison Kramer hit the dirt. So they're going to get that ball right there, right at the halfway line. Waiting for the kick here, McLennan. I'm sorry, that's Steinberg. Steinberg going to take the kick. And all the way down and goes directly into the foot of Lander, and Lander is able to get that from being anything offensive. And now it goes the other way as Madison Kramer, she gets the ball into the attacking third, saved, and almost a handball there, but it's kicked, and Aislinn Donahue sits right in front of it, and she's able to stop that every time. 2-1, 9:50 to go. Donahue, long kick, not as long as she wanted it to be, as it stops right in front of Eva Flanagan, Michelle Vargas Ramirez. And now the ball goes back across the middle third into the palms of Kate White for Jackson. Jackson back into the attacking third so easily. Lander not able to stop a whole lot. And now, luckily, a body bounce. But now it's going to be number 11 with a shot, and Aislinn Donahue gets that ball directly at her. Luckily for Lander, that did not turn into another point, as that would have been 3-1, and it's tough to come back with the momentum going so heavily in one favor right into halftime. Lackadaisical playing here by Lander on defense. They're kind of letting the ball come to them, and by the time it does, there's already another player in position ready to get the ball. And Lander finally gets a couple stops here, but it goes right back into the feet of Steinberg, and Steinberg gets the ball stolen away from her. Stolen by number 10, Gilly Wheeler. And now Steinberg with another opportunity. She's going to go around two players. Crossing pass, no good. Saved, luckily, by Lander and looked like Mason Morton. And now Lander trying to get something going offensively themselves. They get it towards the middle third, but they get it stopped up by Brooke Rogers. And Jackson looking to hold on to this 2-1 lead. Ball gets behind them, but nobody from Lander ready prepared for it. And it gets back out to number 10, Brooke Rogers. And number 13, Carolyn Motez Chavez. And now a shot going to be incoming here shortly. And it looks like Steinberg with the crossing pattern, no good, and saved by Lander. It's still in Jackson's possession in the attacking third, but that could have been dangerous. And now a steal, and that leads to a nice little outlet pass for Nielsen. And Jackson going to try and save it, and they do. They get it out of bounds. Oh, wow. They're going to say last touch by Nielsen. I don't know that one, but Lander is going to have to play some defense quickly with under 7.5 minutes to go. They inbound the ball. They inbound it to Madison Kramer, who gets it around and right by the legs of Knockhazel. And now in the attacking third, Jackson doesn't have anyone prepared for that ball, and they're just going to let Aislinn Donahue come up and grab it right near the edge of the box. And Donahue, not the strongest kicker. She's kicked a couple balls just about 20 yards, and I think her teammates are waiting for her to kick at about 40. Now it's going to be another nice pass there, but saved by Lander. Quickly, number 30, Abby Dixon stops it. Now Knockhazel has it in the defending third. She gets a little pass into the center circle. Lander just wasn't prepared for that one either. First game jitters, and you got to knock the rust off. But right now, Lander has to do something with under 7 minutes to go. Knockhazel trying to play some defense and get the steal. She smuggled it away, and now it's out of bounds. Trying to see who was out of bounds on last. It looks like just a lot of substitutions coming in first. We have number 8, Lily Moore, coming in for Lander. Didn't see who came out. The inbound pass is nicely done, and it goes a little bit too far, but it's going into the corner. Now a crossing pattern, and it goes right into the hands of the goalkeeper. And that was a nice pass. Delaney Sullivan just a little bit too slow getting there. And now Kate White, she gets the ball towards center circle. She's able to get it to her teammate, who gets it near the attacking third and finally into the attacking third. And that pass going to be a nice one directly into the foot of Carolyn Motez Chavez, but she kicks it out of bounds, hoping for something more towards the goal, obviously. 5:20 to go. Mason Morton going to take the kick. See what she does with this goal kick here. Just a low ball directly into the feet of Michelle Vargas Ramirez. Stolen away, and now Delaney Sullivan has a move on it. Sullivan, if she can get past one defender, and she can, but it's stolen away, and Delaney Sullivan doing a lot of work there for a little bit of production as it goes right back into the feet of Jackson and into the attacking third. McClennan passes it over to the far side touchline, and nearly stolen away by Lander, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. Jackson steals the inbound pass, and then a long kick down towards the attacking third, but no Lander player is prepared for that one at all, and so they're just going to kick it right back to their goalie and let her do something with it. She kicks it and almost stolen by Sullivan. That was the last person that you want to kick it to. Now Nielsen has a good look at it, but it's stolen too far and too long, and now a body hits the ground. It's going to be a penalty on Nielsen. I need about 3 more coffees for me to get to my normal level of excitedness and overall demeanor that I have every day. If you see me out on the town, I'm typically smiling, dancing, doing all sorts of fun stuff. But today, I have seemed to have not taken in enough caffeine. As Jackson gets back into their attacking third, they're able to get a couple nice passes in between. Oh, what a move by Motez Chavez. And now she has to stop and think about what to do with it. Gets it inside to Vargas Ramirez. Now Motez again. Oh, off the top of the bar. And a nice little save by Donahue. I don't know if she touched it or not, but it seemed to go between the crossbar and it seemed to go above the top of the goal and underneath the crossbar for football. So that was a great little, if that was a trick shot in between, it would barely fit in between those two bars, and it did. Mason Morton, with 3 minutes to go here in this first half, is going to kick it from the eye of the Tigers. I'm sure there's a pun in there somewhere. They get the ball into Georgia Chance in the middle third. She gets a high ball down, and now Jackson's going to take it. Lander's not even going to try and push, as number 17, Elle Stanberry, she didn't get anything going there. Now a body hits the floor. That's Knockhazel, and it's going to hit her hand. Smart move there by Jackson to kick it at the body on the ground. It's either going to hit her hand or it might have gone over her. Either way, it's going to be Jackson ball from right outside the middle third. She kicks it across. It's going to go inside to McLennan. McLennan stops and picks up her dribble, and now she's able to get it. Now Lander steals it, and she gets a nice outlet pass to Georgia Chance. Chance can't speed up to it, though, and now it's going to be offsides. What are you doing? Have fun. We got some football players up here waiting to get their turn on the pitch. Ball's going to be held up at the 37-yard line. That's where number 11 Steinberg is going to kick it. She does a low line drive into the chest of Vargas Ramirez. 90 seconds to go, and Delaney Sullivan steals it but gets it stolen right back. Jackson trying to get another point on the board before the end of halftime. Lander trying to tie it up before halftime, and now going out of bounds was number 30, Abby Dixon. She could not get it in time, and now 70 seconds to go. Number 29, Tegan Ritter, throws it in, gets it immediately stolen by Knockhazel. Knockhazel puts her leg out, tries to get the stop, ends up getting it right into the feet of Jackson. And now Motez Chavez, she's going to get a nice little cross pass, gets it stolen, gets it right back into her own feet, and now Lander gets it. 55 seconds to go. Oh, bodied her. That's how you stop a ball from moving anywhere forward, as number 5, Tinley Reisig, she's stopped up. Jackson, with 39 seconds, keeping it in their defending third, trying to get into the attacking third, as they're just an offensive possession away from going up 2 into halftime. And now with under 30 seconds to go, they get a couple nice shots in, and it's going to be wide left of the goal. Not enough good contact there. Just bounces left of the keeper. The wind starting to pick up a little bit here, moving towards the goal of the Tigers. 5 seconds. We'll see what they do here. And it's going to be a halfway line as the buzzer rings, and it's 2-1 Jackson at halftime. We'll be back with our CWC halftime show right after this.
Has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, community health centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, and in advanced medical technologies, so access to better care is closer to home.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
From the field to the court, to the pool, and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there. If you're tired of paying ridiculously high gas prices, there is a solution that can save you a bunch of money. In fact, it won't cost you a cent. How do you do that? Take the Blue Bus. WRTA bus lines will get you around the county for free. That's right, free, no charge. It doesn't get cheaper than free. Go to WRTAbuslines.com and download the schedule, or look for a schedule in the Ranger, Lander Journal, or Wind River News. WRTA Bus Lines, proud to serve Fremont County.
When repairs are
Welcome back to the halftime show here at Lander Valley High School. Bill Bush Stadium filled with some soccer fans today. On the pitch, Lander is down 2-1 to Jackson, but that doesn't mean that they are out, as they've had a couple good offensive series, just not ended any points, and they're really, really stuck on defense. As soon as Jackson gets the ball at midfield, they're basically doing whatever they can, weaving and twisting their way through the defense to get a couple good shots off. There's been 2 or 3 one-on-one shots where Aislinn Donahue has had to fend for herself, one of which fell and 2 of which were stopped, luckily. Great job by Donahue to make this not a 4-1 game, as the 4A Jackson Lady Broncs coming into the 3A Lander Lady Tigers home to open up Lander's season. This game, like we said earlier, was supposed to be played on Friday in Jackson, but snow over there and a nice turf over here have led to a home opener 2 days prior than when they were planning on having it. So let's get through some of these first half stats. We didn't have any in the boys game to go through. The lone goal for Lander coming from Delaney Sullivan, and that made it a 1-1 tie after Melissa Morion Jimenez scored the first one and the second one, and now it is 2-1 Jackson. Jackson having one of the better offensive series of the season so far for any team, as we are watching a ref just absolutely nail the volleys that he's trying to get over here. He's trying to get back and forth. And but yeah, no, so the Jackson Lady Broncs having their way on offense and trying to get as much points as possible with the pursuit that they've had. And now I imagine that Coach Getz is going to make a little bit of some changes to not only their defense, but maybe their offense, and hopefully Lander can get something going after that. This is our CWC halftime show. For more information on CWC's 4-year bachelor degree programs, as well as how you can earn those degrees from the comfort of your own home, be sure to visit cwc.edu. Central Wyoming College, make your way out here. And CWC Soccer also looking to get another good season under their belts. They had a better season than they were hoping for last year, both boys and girls, and you might actually find some familiar faces on those teams this year. We'll get more into that later. Right now, we'll go right back into some ads. Last 2 minutes of this halftime coming up, and then we will be back with the second half of this game.
You expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
When you think about wellness, do you think about long walks, nutrition, having a personal trainer? No matter what your idea of wellness looks like, you can find yourself at Gotchi Gym. Their 1,900 square foot facility makes them one of the largest gyms open to the public in Wyoming. Be the best version of yourself with state-of-the-art equipment from senior to strongman. Take advantage of having a bistro on site as well as a certified NASM personal trainer. Take the first step in reaching your goals. Gotchi Gym. Gotchi Rehabilitation is always looking for new team members. See more at gotchi.org.
Glass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. Glass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. Glass is Lander.
Welcome back. Second half of play incoming as they are getting ready on the pitch to get this ball in Jackson's hands to start off this second half. Jackson up 2-1. Both goals scored by Melissa Morion Jimenez. They get the ball in the middle third, and they're going to give it right back out to the defending third. They're going to give it back out to Piper Lee. Lee on the touchline, and saved nicely. Saved nicely by Stanbury of Lander, but it gets right into the feet of Jackson, and now they're moving again. Moving right to left now, and then Knockhazel is able to steal the ball in the middle of the third. Excuse me, I have a excuse me. Need some water up here. And now it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Jackson. They were very lucky that Lander was very lucky that Jackson tried to touch that before that went out of bounds. And now we're going to get number 5, Reisig, Tinley Reisig. She's going to throw the ball in. She gets it right back out and then loses it. And that is not how Lander wanted to start their first possession of this half. We're only a minute in. My goodness, it's getting hot up here. It's actually pretty cold out, but the sun hitting the windows and everything the right way is making it pretty hot up here in the press box. Now, number 12, Jordan Davis has to just kick it back to her goalie, and she's going to have to work on something from there. And, wow, she kicks it right into the legs of Madison Kramer, who wasn't expecting it. Now they have to work from behind in their own defending third, and the ball is going to go way out and out the back of the goal line. A minute and a half in, Lander not doing as much on offense as I'm sure they were hoping to in the first half. Trying to get something started here in the second half. We'll see what happens here. Goalkeeper is going to be kicking it very short. Now they're going to just kind of work from inside their own defending third. They're going to try and get something into the middle. They do. The ball goes to Madison Kramer, and now it gets into the feet of Carolyn Motez Chavez. She gets into the attacking third. Nice stop there by Mason Morton. Morton to Knockhazel. Knockhazel, not enough speed to get the ball back. But they get the ball, and now it's over to Morton. Now they're going to try and get it inside to Sullivan. Nielsen has it on the touchline far side. They get it inside the attacking third. They're going to cross, and it's not going to be anywhere near number 17, Stanbury. Quickly, the goalie gets the ball to her number 17, Piper Lee. Lee down the touchline, runs with it, gets it right into the foot of Georgia Chance, and Georgia Chance almost kicks it out of bounds, ends up keeping it inside, gets it into Jordan Davis of Jackson, who steals it. Now Brooke Rogers back and forth in the middle of the third. Jackson able to find a way into the attacking third, but it's going to be stopped and saved by Lander. And Jackson's still trying to do something, and she's going to kick it out of bounds. Jackson's going to get it very close to the wing on the touchline far side. The inbound pass quickly to Carolyn Motez Chavez. Chavez gets around the defense, goes across the goal line, and she takes a random shot into the side of the goal. So Lander will get the goal kick here with 36:30 to go in this second half. As you can see, lots of snow still on the ground here in Lander. Luckily enough, though, they were able to push it to the sides. Lander boys losing to Jackson 8-0 before this was not a great game. Not a bad first half. And that goal kick ended up hitting one of Jackson's players' hands as she tried to chest it. So Mason Morton will get the ball at the 38-yard line. She's going to kick a long one here. Looks like Lander's setting up right on the offside line. See what they can do here. The ball goes directly into the head of a Jackson player and highly up in the air. And now Sullivan tries to put her body into it. Can't. She is trying to get that. Oh, no, that wasn't Sullivan. Sullivan has the ball now. Sullivan trying to work around. A couple Jackson players can't. Gets it back out to Knockhazel. Knockhazel gets the ball stolen as she passes it to Nielsen. Jackson running all the way up and dribbling past Georgia Chance. Now the ball gets stopped up by Morton, it looked like. And suddenly Jackson's in the attacking third. They have a nice opportunity here to score, and they're going to try and get it back to number 9, and it's going to go far off of the left side of the keeper, and that was Madison Kramer with the shot with the left foot. And that is going to be shot on goal number 9 for Jackson. Lander only has 2, one of which going in. Morton going to take the goal kick from the A of Lander all the way down to the halfway mark, and now it's going to be stopped and put up. Another nice kick by Lander as Delaney Sullivan couldn't get her chest on it, and it gets stolen by Jackson. Now Knockhazel with a long outlet pass, too long though, and right into the hands of the goalie. Computer getting a little hot here. If for any reason I bug out and it just drops, that's because the computer is probably going to start overheating here in a minute. That just shows what kind of spring weather we're getting here in Lander. All this snow means nothing when there's this much sunlight on it. Couple puppies in the bleachers today as Jackson inbounds it and almost gets it stolen away by Knockhazel, who's playing great defense so far today. They get the ball into Marian Jimenez at the middle third, and a nice outlet pass down to Motez Chavez. Motez Chavez going to be pushed over by Knockhazel, and they're going to call that every time as Knockhazel just bum rushed her from the back. And this is going to set up a nice kick for Jackson. Jackson's going to have a good look at the goal right here. Couple Lander bodies in front of him won't matter. It's going to be up to Aislinn Donahue here, depending on how they attempt this kick. And it's going to be Kramer taking the kick. 3-4 white jerseys behind the line here, and it's going to go right at Aislinn Donahue, and Aislinn Donahue lets it go right over her head. And that was number 26, actually, Taya McLennan with the goal. McLennan with basically a free kick makes it 3-0. Or I'm sorry, 3-1 Jackson. And boy, oh boy, Lander's home opener not going the way they needed it to. I'm sure Mountain View was the home opener they were expecting. But even if this game was in Jackson on Friday, the Lander Lady Tigers and Tigers have not come out to play the way that we thought they might. Knockhazel gets the opening kick over to Georgia Chance. Chance back all the way to number 5. I don't have a number 5. Maybe that's a different number. Maybe number 8, Lily Moore. No, that's definitely number 5. We'll get a full roster here before Thursday's game. It ends up going into Jackson's territory all the way down to the corner, and the goalie just going to kind of stop it and kick it off over out of bounds, out of the touchline. That was kind of a foolish play. Now Lander has some numbers here. Georgia Chance gets the inbound. She's able to get around one player. She could take a long shot, or she could try and cross it. She gets it back out to Knockhazel. Knockhazel unable to do anything, just a weak kick off the side of her foot. And now number 36, Jimenez, is running and dribbling all the way down. She's going to be able to get it all the way into the attacking third herself. Gets a ball that kind of goes off of McLennan's leg, just a little weird, so it's back into the attacking third, but now it's going to be Motez Chavez with the ball over in the corner. She's going to look for the cross. She stops and goes out of bounds. But last touch by Lander, which means Jackson's going to get it in the corner. And I think I see that number. I think that's number 10, Brooke Rogers from the corner. This is going to be a very important corner kick here. And the kick high into the middle, right into Jimenez's head, but she couldn't get the right angle. Ends up kicked out back towards the corner, and now it's going to be Jackson again that gets to the ball. Just a lot more effort to get there. 3 or 4 black jerseys, and now Knockhazel hits the dirt. She was just stopped in her tracks and sat down by the player. Suddenly, Jackson has almost all their players in the attacking third. Nice stop there in the middle by Mason Morton, and it goes out of bounds. Can't wait for these bleachers to be completely full starting most likely this Thursday. The game started when school was starting. Oh my gosh, the game started while school was still in session, I mean to say. 30 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Some kids just now starting to pull up. It's 4 o'clock here, and it's perfect weather for soccer. We got the sun out. It's a little windy, a little breezy. Long kick goes inside, and wow, what a kick from 30, 40 yards out. And that is another goal by number 26. Where did I just put my pen? Number 26, Taya McClennan, makes it a 4-1 game. McClennan just took the shot I don't even think she expected that to go in. It hit the top crossbar, bounced directly behind Aislinn Donahue, and next thing you know, it's a 4-1 game. Lander now down 3 with 30 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Well, they get the ball out towards middle third, and then they get it stopped and picked up by Jackson. They move it backwards. They're trying to do something, get them caught off guard maybe. Number 17, Piper Lee, passes the ball into the middle third, and it's going to be taken over by Motez Chavez. Chavez tries to get it around, and she does. She gets it past 3 players, and a nice pass. And now number 36, Jimenez, is going to have it again. Oh, and she falls. Luckily taken away, it looked like by Morton, and now a long pass going to go awry and out of bounds. Georgia Chance wasn't really prepared to have it that close, and now it's going to be inbounded by Jackson's Tegan Ritter, and they're inside their attacking third already. It goes back out to Motez Chavez, and Jimenez looked like she was going to take a shot at it, but then it gets stolen away by Lander. Knockhazel trying not to get, puts her hands up saying, I'm getting, twist turned upside down here. Long kick by Morton towards the attacking third, and Delaney Sullivan caught a little bit off guard. She had her back towards the ball, and now another quick leg tie-up is going to lead to another free kick here from about the 40-yard line, so right at the edge of the middle third for Jackson. And she faked the long kick and kicked it over to the right to her teammate. Now they're just going to play a little short ball back and forth in the middle third. It's going to go out of bounds and kicked right at the sideline. Ball going to be inbounded here by Lander right into the middle third, and they just kick it right out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson again. Good move. A lot of people coming in here with smoothies of one color. Looks like it might be smoothie day at Starbucks. I don't know. 4-1 Jackson. 28-15 to go in this second half. Lander trying to tiptoe down the thread of the touchline, but could not get it inside, and they end up going out of bounds. So Jackson's going to inbound it here from their defending third. They get it all the way down, almost stolen by Knockhazel, lets it go above her, and now it's going to be a quick move taken by Motez Chavez. She's going to move it all the way down, tries to get it into Jimenez, but kicked and offsides. It's a big field out here. Lots of mistakes happening on defense for Lander. That is how it is a 4-1 game. Their offense, when it gets moving and grooving, looks pretty good, but they can't get anything past the attacking third, or the 30-yard line, which is the attacking third. And now Delaney Sullivan, she almost gets just toppled over. They're going to call that, and this is going to be the similar situation that Jackson had. She's going to have a nice look. Delaney Sullivan from the corner of the 10-yard line, right outside the box. Let's see what this kick looks like. She could try and pass it, or she could try and kick it over the head. She's going to go over the head. It's going to go in, and it's a goal. Delaney Sullivan. Delaney with her second goal of the day, and it couldn't come at a much more needed time as they are now only down 2 with 26:58 to go. And they're not going to take it to the half court or to the halfway line. They're going to end up just goal kicking it, and they get it stopped up. Get settled is all I hear from the Jackson sideline. I don't know if anyone was truly prepared for that, and now Jackson gets it stolen away, and now Lander almost gets it stolen away back. They do. Lander having to play defense quickly in the middle third as they are just sprinting and dribbling down the sideline, and they're able to get a stop finally, and they're just going to kick it out of bounds. Smart move to get that done. Lander still going to have to play defense in there, defending third right now. Knockhazel almost gets the ball stolen away. She finally does, but they're going to call a body push on her. I don't know what that. No, Jackson's going to keep the ball here. Carolyn Motez Chavez kicks it back out. It's going to end up in the hands of, or the feet of Kate White. Now back to McLennan, who's got 2 goals. She gets it back to Motez Chavez, and now a nice pass inside to Ramirez. Ramirez goes all the way down the goal line and loses it out of bounds. Scorching hot in this press box right now. Take one step outside into the snow and you get a little bit of a shock, but it's nice and warm up here, nice and crispy. Long goal kick by Mason Morton all the way past the middle third and into the attacking third, but it is stopped up by Jackson, and it's stopped up by Brooke Rogers. Someone trying to help out here. And quickly, Lander couldn't do anything in the attacking third. They were able to get it towards the corner, but it was knocked out of bounds. Jackson's going to get it with 24:55 to go. They're going to kick it from the 10-yard line. Now they're going to just try to play slow ball with it as they kick it into the middle third. Gets stopped up here. Jackson keeps control of the ball, even though it was kind of knocked out. Motez Chavez with some nice moves, gets it around, nice outlet pass. It's going to go right into the hands of Aislinn Donahue. Donahue smartly came out of the box and tried to make sure that she was there before the player was for Jackson. And Donahue's long kick right into the center of the circle, and it's going to go over the heads of a couple different Jackson players into the feet now of number 13, Motez Chavez. Nice move, gets it into the feet of Lander. Lander's number 12, Mason Morton, got a nice kick out to the sideline and touchline, and it's saved by a player. Now Delaney Sullivan has it in the attacking third. She's trying to get around. Can't. Ooh, Lander hits the dirt, and now 2 Lander players hit the dirt. Delaney Sullivan gets the ball back, passes it back out to Knockhazel. Knockhazel inside to Stanbury, and then gets stolen away by Jackson. McLennan, long outlet pass, too long, and now it's in Lander's hands, but they kick it out of bounds. It's going to be Jackson ball inside the attacking third. Not good momentum here as we approach the halfway mark of the second half. Waiting on some subs to come in. Tegan Ritter is going to be the one inbounding it here. Ritter gets the ball inside to number 8, Eva Flanagan, and then a long kick from about 30 yards out, right where McLennan got the last shot, just goes far left. Past the goal. We're going to get a goal kick now by Mason Morton. Morton's kick is long, down towards the middle of the field, ends up getting stolen away, but a nice kick by Knockhazel gets it all the way down into Jackson's territory, and the goalie's just going to let it come right to her. They get the ball inside now, and now it's going to be a quick move by a couple different Jackson players in the middle third as they're able to get it down into the attacking, and it's going to go out of bounds. Oh, maybe not. They saved it, and it's going to go out of bounds now right at the corner. And who's that going to be on? It's going to be off of Jackson. I'm sorry, off of Lander. Jackson getting this corner kick is going to be very pivotal. 21:50 to go in this second half. Lander down 2. They cannot let them score here. Cross kick is up. Almost headed in, but now kind of nicely saved by Tegan Ritter, and then it's kicked out way short. Lander gets the ball, and they get it back out. Now they have numbers if they can. No, it's stopped up at halfway line by Jordan Davis. Lander could not get there in time. As Abby Weston was the closest to the ball, and now Jackson again in the attacking third. Almost able to get a good look at the ball. Can't. They get it back out. Lander stopping what could have been a nice offensive play there by Jackson. Oof. And then a body hits a body. Looked like she tried to jump over or leapfrog her and couldn't get done with it. Lander preparing for a long kick from right inside the middle third. They get it over a couple of Jackson heads, but not enough, as now that Jackson's got the numbers, they're moving into the attacking third. Nice pass, and it's going to be right in front of number 13, Motez Chavez, and she almost gets to it, but a nice kick away by Lander keeps it from happening. The inbound pass goes over the head of a couple Lander players as number 8, Flanagan, is able to get it up there. Jackson now with McLennan. That's dangerous. She has a shot on the goal, and she puts it up, and it gets right in the middle. Aislinn Donahue was prepared, though. The halfway mark has been passed. 20 minutes to go in this second half. Jackson leading 4-2 as McLennan with some footwork fancily gets it down and dribbles across into the attacking third. She gets it back on the touchline, stops, picks up her dribble, long cross pass. It looks like it might have gotten tipped or hit by something. It stops halfway through the air. Jackson still with it in some dangerous positioning for Lander. And instead of kicking it far away, Lander just kind of tries to stop. And now Weston, she's able to get it out. Now Reese, number 9, Nielsen, she gets it pushed out of bounds by Jackson. And they will get the ball there as the track and field team for Lander has now come out to practice. Beautiful day to run some laps, if that's your thing. It's not my thing. Jackson back and forth between each other in the middle third. They get it out to the right side touchline. A long pass over the head of multiple players, but Lander's going to stop it first. Oh, instead of letting Aislinn Donahue grab it, they actually kick it out of bounds. And I don't know whose idea that was. But it's going to be an inbound pass, and she gets it in from Jackson inside to Ella Steinberg. And now a couple other bodies hit the floor, and they're going to call that on Jackson. Jackson moving back onto their defensive side. Stanbury, thank you. These numbers are nearly impossible to read without my glasses. Long kick to the middle of the pitch here, and it's stopped up by Jackson, and now Maria Jimenez, she gets it up, and she pushes it into her teammate, number 26, McLennan. McLennan over to Ramirez, and now a long shot. It goes wide left. Luckily, Donahue was prepared for it, but it just was too far left anyway. So we're going to get a goal kick in here with 17:40 to go. And Abby Weston looked like she was coming in. No, Stanbury's coming in. Goal kick incoming by Morton. She's waiting, looking for her turn. talking to Donahue about what would be better, and now they're actually just holding up time. 10 seconds has gone off the clock since they put that ball down. Morton all the way down, and it's stolen by Jimenez. Jimenez looking for a nice pass. She gets one inside into McLennan. Back to Jimenez. McLennan going to take the long shot. Now a long kick. Delaney Sullivan has the numbers here. She could possibly get this one-on-one if she can get past, and she can't. Nice defense by Madison Kramer at the last second. Delaney Sullivan had a chance. She had the speed, and she was outrunning 2 Jackson players, but Madison Kramer just got her foot on the ball first. So we're going to get an inbound pass from inside the attacking third. See where Lander likes to go with it. They're going to give it right into Delaney. Delaney stops up, gives it right out, and it's stolen by Jackson, but kicked out of bounds. Now inbounding will be Tinley Reisig, and she just gets it stolen away off the inbound pass. Flanagan gets it stolen as well, and now a long kick by Lander almost sets up a good pass, but it's stopped by Jackson halfway through. We have 16 minutes to go in this game. Lander needs 2 scores. McLennan with the ball in the middle third gives it back out to Jimenez. Oh, well, that's good to know. I appreciate that, Mr. Stauffenberg. That goal, that second goal for Delaney, was negated as it was hit that crossbar. It was not a goal. So it was an inadvertent kick, and that will make it a 3-goal game, and that is just heartbreaking. I didn't know. You can't see the numbers as well when the sun hits that scoreboard. And now a kick by Jackson goes awry. Luckily goes left. So 4-1. Delaney Sullivan, not a second goal there. We're going to be caught up. By Thursday, we're going to be soccer experts up here in the booth, and we're going to have the names of each and every player as well as their numbers, and we're going to be fully set up, fully prepared, and we'll do the same with Riverton on Friday in Kelly Walsh. So if you missed the beginning of this is the first of 3 games this week we'll have on Wild Today's YouTube page. We have today's Lander game versus Jackson, Thursday's Lander game versus Mountain View, which will also be at Lander Valley, and then Friday's game. Oh, nice save by Aislinn Donahue. She got it off her foot and it started to roll in. She dove for it. Nice save. And as I want to finish my sentence, Riverton versus Kelly Walsh in Casper on Friday. And we will have all of that and more on wildtoday.com. Just go to the sports section right by the bracket challenge tab, which if your bracket looks anything like mine, it's challenging just to look at it. So Jackson with the ball goes all the way back, and Delaney Sullivan looking to run, and she can't get to it in time. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. Stanbury leaves it on the sideline for Weston to throw it in. Weston going to throw it way back towards the middle third into the feet of Tinley Reisig. Reisig picking it up. She gives it right back out to Georgia Chance. Chance in the middle third. Kicks it even more further out. They're going to have to do something quick if they want to get 3 goals. I don't know if they're going to have time to do that if they play like this. And now a nice steal. Jackson gets it right back, though, into the feet of Jimenez, over to another Jackson player, now into the feet of McLennan. Back and forth, great passing, crossing between 2 or 3 different Lander players, back and forth. And then a kick goes badly, or it's stopped either way by Lander. Lander gets it inside now to Georgia Chance, and then Stanbury takes a hard hit, hits the ground. Jackson gets the ball back. Stolen away by Lander. Stanbury tried to stop it, couldn't, and now she's behind, and now it's going to be Jackson with the ball in Jimenez's feet with 12 minutes, 45 seconds to go. And Stanbury falls again. This time they're saying she was pushed, so she's going to get that ball right there on the 20-yard line, give or take. Morton going to take this long kick. She's She's going to get it right over middle third into the feet of Jackson. Jackson takes it away, gets it to Jimenez. Jimenez gets it off to Ella Steinberg. Steinberg gets it back out. Now they're in the attacking third, but Lander takes it back. Mason Morton, a great defender. Now she has to find a way to make some offense out of it, and she gets it over to Delaney Sullivan, gets it stolen in the middle third by Jordan Davis. And now Sullivan has a chance, but she couldn't get to it in time. But now, if she's able to play this correctly, it looks like she might not be able to, as a nice stop there by Jackson. Jackson gets it back out to the touchline on the far side, stolen away by Lander. Jimenez gets the ball back. Ooh, nice move there. She was able to corral it and stop it in its tracks. And Lander just going to let it roll into Aislinn Donahue. Donahue takes a long kick. Ooh, hits Jimenez right in the chest. She takes a nasty tumble. And then a nice move by McLennan to get over the feet of two players, and then it goes in. McLennan finding her third goal of the day, and that's a hat trick. Taya McLennan makes it a 4-goal game with 11:09 to go. And Lander does not look like the Lander of last year. They're going to have to work to get back to that level that they were at and get back to that state championship game. They have plenty of time to do so, as this is obviously the only game so far where they have put it all together against real competition, not against each other on the practice pitch. Coach Getz moving from JV coaching all the way up to head coach of the varsity team. He's going to have some work to do this week in practice, especially before Thursday's game against Mountain View. The ball goes inside to Stanbury. Stanbury looks like with the captain tag on her right leg. Her and Delaney Sullivan both captains. And it goes out of bounds, and they're trying to determine whose it is. Now Lander inbounds it, gets it to Hazel. And Hazel getting stuck over between her and two Jackson players, and now she just kicks it back out. Finally, they get the ball across halfway line, but it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Jackson ball with just over 10 minutes to go as the Lander track team, filled with all-staters and state champions, preparing for their second week of the spring season. Most of them had indoor track and field, including Gage Gose, who broke some records in the hurdling events in the indoor track and field. He signed earlier this year to go run track. I'll have to remember exactly where. I've had a lot of college signings lately, which is a great thing around here to have so many college signings. That's a great showing. Oh, yeah, he signed with Davis in college, the former home of Steph Curry, but Steph Curry was not a track star. He was a basketball star, and the hurdling team at Davison, one of the best in the country. That's why they recruited Gage. Gage going to be running for the last year under his coach and his father, Ben Gose, and it's going to be one of those seasons where Lander has a lot of expectations because of how much experience they have. Jackson inbounds it into their attacking third, under 9 minutes to go now. Now they get it back out to the middle third. They've had some reserves in there for some time now, but you can finally start to tell. Number 9, Michelle Vargas Ramirez, she gets it inside to number 20. Oh, that's McLennan over there. Goes out of bounds. Steinberg inbounds it, and it's going to be stolen away by Lander. Lander couldn't get it even past their defensive third. They get it right into the foot. Now McLennan going to take a long shot, and pushed out of bounds by Hazel. Nice save there. The camera setup we have is just perfectly so that I can't get the side of the window or the top of the window. Morton going to take this goal kick from the A, and she's going to kick it all the way down to the 50. It goes past the defense, and now if Delaney Sullivan can catch up with it, she might have a chance. She's not going to be able to, though. It's going to go right into the hands of the goalkeeper. 8 minutes to go now. Jordan Davis gets the ball over to her teammate. And she's going to get a long kick across the middle third. And it's going to go into the feet of Vargas Ramirez. Ramirez gets it stolen away. Nice steal there by Lander. She gets it across, and it's going to go out off the touchline. And it's going to stay Lander ball. Trying to make a mountain out of a molehill, but 4 goals in 7 minutes and 40 seconds is very hard to do. Lander looking to at least get one more goal. There was a negated goal, as we found out about 10 minutes too late, that Delaney Sullivan had wiped off. Now back and forth in the middle third. Lander trying to catch up with it, and now they get it back over to number 20, Blue Blackburn. And it goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay Jackson ball. Be sure to stay tuned after this game for a expedited post-game show. And I don't know what we're doing here. I think she's looking for another ball. She doesn't like that ball. Or is she going out of bounds? She looks like she got hurt, did number 29, Tegan Ritter. Maybe she's just limping off. She didn't want to cross the pitch. Either way, Jackson gets it inbounded, and now they've got numbers. They're rolling through the middle third with Jordan Davis and a couple other players, including Lily Steinberg and Hillary Clark, looks like. And now Lander steals the ball, tries to get it past the halfway line, can't. Now Steinberg, and now they're going to have an offsides call. Too many white jerseys past the 30-yard line, and that's going to be Lander ball. 6:15 to go. And to my wife, if you are listening, I'm going to get food here in Lander, as I have not eaten since breakfast this morning. Lander going to get it at the halfway line. See what they do here. They're going to kick it long, try and get it into the attacking third. They do. Delaney Sullivan couldn't stop it, and it's just going to go right into the hands of the goalkeeper. If they are going to work on getting back to this state championship, they have to work on their passing. Their passing is finding the right players, but their players aren't doing everything they can to get the ball down to the ground. As now Lander steals the ball right outside the middle third, and they're going to try and get it across. They can't. Jackson steals it back. 5:30 to go in this game. Number 33, Kate White, back in the game. She's got the ball. She gets it nearly stolen. She gets it nearly stolen by Blue Blackburn. Can't get it, though, and now Stanbury with the ball across middle third. Now the halfway center circle has the ball on it as Lily Steinberg gets a nice pass down into Vargas Ramirez. Ramirez down to McKaylee Harmon. Now Knockhazel has it over by the touchline. She has to give it way back all the way to the 10-yard line. She's trying to kick it out, and now it's just going to go out of bounds. Under 5 to go. Lander's going to end the day, their home opener, with 2 losses. Boys losing 8-0, and if this score holds, the girls losing 5-1. Again, they have Mountain View this Thursday at 3 and 5 p.m. The Riverton girls and boys will also be playing in Natrona County at that same time. We won't be able to get that game to you, but we will get Riverton's Friday game also in Casper against Kelly Walsh. That game looking to be a 4 o'clock tip. We will keep you up to date with that on WYO Today's Sports. You just go to wyotoday.com, go to the sports section. We'll keep you up to date with all of our weekly games. And be sure to check out the Ranger and Lander Journal as well for more information on these games, including recaps, scores, stats, quotes, and conversations with the coaches. We'll try and get all that in every single issue. It's lucky that we are able to call these games thanks to our sponsors. And one of those sponsors is, of course, the Lander Journal and the Ranger newspapers. 3:30 to go in this game. Jackson just running away with it now. Lander trying their best to put at least one more goal as they running across the middle third here. And that was number 12, Mason Morton, going all the way out to halfway line. And then, of course, number 20, as soon as Blue Blackburn gets the ball, she gets pushed out of bounds. It's going to be Ava Flanagan with the inbound pass. And no, they're saying it was out of bounds on Jackson. That's what I thought at first as well. Tinley Rice is going to inbound it now. Long, not that long actually. She was trying to get it to Sullivan, but it did not have any power behind it. Jackson going through the middle third. Knockhazel tried to get it out and couldn't. She tried to cut off the pass, as she has done so well all game. And Jackson in the attacking third now gets it over to the touchline. It's going to go out of bounds, last touched by Lander. Jackson getting into the attacking third, and now stolen away by Lander. Nice. Gets back into the center circle and stolen again. Lander trying to get into the attacking third, and they finally do. Sullivan just going to not have the speed. And it's going to be less than 2 minutes to go. As I just don't understand if Lander's going to try and do anything at all this last 2 minutes. They can't get anything going, and they're going to try just some hodgepodge stuff to get a final score here. Stanbury running for her life down the touchline, and it's just going to go right into the feet of the goalie with 90 seconds left. As I'm trying to pre-pack my things so I can get out of here in a reasonable time. Jackson with the ball in the middle third. They get it back and around to Lily Steinberg. Steinberg, freshman, right? Yeah, freshman all the way down. She's going to kick it out of bounds, and we have 1 minute to go until this game is over. It's going to look like it's sticking 5-1 unless something crazy happens here. The inbound pass gets headed by Jackson and then stolen away by Jackson, as that was actually from Lander. Now, trying to move quickly, trying to get maybe one final goal. Madison Kramer with a nice pass over to Steinberg. Steinberg on the far side touchline, all the way down to the corner. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. 40 seconds to go all the way down the pitch. Try and get a goal. The inbound pass coming from, it looked like Morton, into Georgia Chance, and she couldn't get it. And now it's just going to be wash, rinse, and repeat as Jackson knocked it out. And she throws it inbounds again. Still no one there. They're not making very crisp passes. They don't know exactly where they need to be. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Lander. And with 6 seconds to go, this looks like this could be the last time we see anyone touch the ball. Jackson throws it in, and that's going to be game. And it's going to be 5-1. Lander falling to Jackson in both games today. Boys losing by 8, girls losing by 4. We will be right back with our Click It or Ticket post-game show right after this.
The Stock Dock is proud to serve all of Fremont County and surrounding areas. They are dedicated to providing the highest level of veterinarian medicine along with friendly and compassionate service. They service all pets of shapes and sizes between dogs and cows and cats and horses. They treat your animal like it's their own. The Stock Dock.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back to our coverage of Lander athletics with the soccer games happening here today and ending in a 5-1 loss for the girls and a 8-0 loss for the boys. This post-game show brought to you by Click It or Ticket Remember, only 82% of all Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. Let's jack that up to 100. And remember, if there's still ice or snow on your road, take it slow. The girls and the boys both only finding one goal today, and that goal belonging to Delaney Sullivan, who actually had another goal negated at the end of in the middle of the second half. That would have made it a 5-2 game, still would have been a loss. But Delaney Sullivan showing glimpses of herself from last year and showing that she can still be relied upon pretty well to score. We are going to have just a quick post-game show starting Thursday and moving on through the rest of the season. We're going to get some coaches and some players of the game up here after every game, win or loss. But at the moment, since this game was so hectically put together and it was brought to Lander instead of staying in Jackson, we just didn't get time to talk to the coaches beforehand. So we're going to let them take these 2 losses, get to the practice pitch tomorrow, and really work on getting a better game plan together for Mountain View on Thursday. And we will see you there on Thursday as we will have that coverage live here from Bill Bush Stadium on Wild Today's YouTube page. I've been Shawn O'Brate, your Wild Today sports director. Thanks to everyone for listening, watching. Thanks to our sponsors for allowing us to be able to call these games, and we will talk at you tomorrow